Hello everyone and welcome to So Many Games So Little Time. My name is Joachim and today we will be playing Hegemony, Lead Your Class to Victory, and I'll be playing solo. Now, to go over the rules, I am just simply going to explain the solo rules and what I can do, and then we'll continue the game because it'll be clear what the capitalists will do, it'll be clear what the middle class will do. That will happen very quickly. And the state is not in the game because we only play with 3 players. If we were 4 players, then the state will be in the game. But first of all, what are we going to do in this game? Well, you've got the 4 classes: working class, middle class, capitalist class, and the state, which is not in the game. And basically, we're all trying to manipulate our society so that we get the most points. Me, as the working class, I am going to try to raise my prosperity and get points like that. I'm going to try to get unions to get points like that. And I am also going to basically try to get my people jobs. If I don't get enough jobs, I might strike or have go on strike or have a demonstration and so on. I also, as the working class, want to have as many policies on the full left side. The A policies, those are mine. So I want the public sector to be, the fiscal policy to be here, the labor market there, and so on. What these do, I'll explain in a second. Well, not in a second, a little while later. Okay, so that's basically what I am focusing on. Then we have the middle class. The middle class, they are basically like a little bit in between the capitalist class and the working class. They want their people to have jobs, so they have a lot of income, but they also want to try to produce goods because this is their area, and they also want to sell them to get as much money as possible. They get points also through prosperity, but they also get points through, wow, I already have to cheat. Also at the end of the game because of the resources they have, and also, of course, for their policies, because they are mostly going to go for the B policies, okay? You want to get points for 1 to 5. 6 to 7 will not give any points. Also, both classes, working class and middle class, will get points for money at the end of the game. All right. Then we have the capitalist. Oh yeah, sorry. For the middle class, they can also build buildings. That's why this is here. Then the capitalist class, as you can see, they have a ton of money because they start with 120, while I only start with 30, and middle class starts with 40. So they start with 120 in their revenue. And they basically want to produce as much as they can. They want to have the salaries as low as they can and just want to make money, okay? So they're going to go for the C, the rightmost policies in this case. All right, so they're going for the neoliberalism, while I am super socialist, okay? Socialism all the way. All right, so to give you a nice overview, actually, because we're playing with the solo, with Automas, this is, for example, the overview of what they prefer when it comes down to politics. So you can see red is me, but of course I am playing myself, so I'm not going to look at that. And then blue is a capitalist, so almost all C's, except for 6, which is a foreign trade. And then for the middle class, it's almost all B, except for 7, which is immigration. Okay, and then the states, but once again, they are not in the game. All right, so how does the game work specifically? There's one main rule, very easy to understand. Normally, as a player, you start with 7 cards, right? And on your turn, you play 1 card. You do the action that it says on the card, or you don't do the action on the card, but you do one of the basic actions. Let's see if I can put it here. Yeah, one of the basic actions that you see here, okay? First of all, I could propose a bill. Propose a bill means that I want to change the politics, basically. I want to change the policies here. And like I said, I want to be on the left side. So now let me explain what this actually all does. So first of all, you have the fiscal policy. This is especially good for the state, because you can see here the state starts with 120 as well. It also has 4 influence, 6 education, and 6 health. And they also have the public sector buildings that they own. So at this moment, when they don't have enough money to pay our salaries, they will take 1 loan maximum, okay? If after that they still need money, then they will go bankrupt and this will completely be reset, which sometimes can actually be a good strategic move. And also they reveal 3 companies here, buildings, where you can send your workers to. Then in the middle here, if it goes more to the left, then they'll reveal 6. So these 3 will be revealed, and now the state can take 2 loans. And here it will reveal 9 buildings, and the state can take still just 2 loans. Okay, it also says IMF. That means the IMF will intervene when it goes bankrupt. Okay, then you have the labor market. At the moment it's at level 2. That means the salary that you see on all the cards at the bottom, the moment in the middle, there's nothing here because there are no workers. So this is what we will get paid because it's at level 2. The AI, the Automas, will always just pay the lowest amount possible. So in this case, it's level 2. So everything is at level 2 on the buildings, right? So if it increases level 3, then they have to pay the highest wages everywhere. If it's lowest, that would be really bad for me, then it's the lowest wage everywhere. So I'm gonna, fight tooth and nail to avoid that. Taxation is, of course, the taxes. This is very interesting because at the moment is the highest tax, which is annoying to the capitalists because they want to have it at the lowest as well. So what does it mean? This means add 3 to the tax. At the moment, the tax is at 5 because it also says the welfare state and the healthcare and benefits and the education, these 2 are also added times 2. So the moment we're here, it says 1. 1 times 2 is 2, so 2 plus 3 is 5. That's why the tax is at 5. That will happen when we pay tax, don't worry. If it goes down, however, the base value here is 2, and it's only times 1. So if somebody votes it down, it'll be 2 plus 1. So because 1 times 1 is still 1. So 2 plus 1, 3. Suddenly goes down to 3. If it's all the way here, it's just 1 and 1, it's 2. So if everything is right here, then the tax is just 1, which is super low. Okay. Then here we have the healthcare and benefits and education. I can explain that at the same time because they're basically the same. If it is at the highest, then it's free healthcare, free education, but the tax goes up. Here it's at 5. That's why this is here. Otherwise it says 10, right? It's at 5. Here's also at 5, plus 1. Here it costs 10. Okay, so if it ever becomes free, we'll just flip this over. It has this information here, but that's for when the state actually is playing, which is not the case at this point, or at this point in time. Then we have foreign trade. Foreign trade here is at the moment at B, a level 2, and that means I actually need to have a cube. This has to do with the imports. So the moment we're at level 2, so companies and myself as well can buy food for 10 Vardis, which is the currency, but we also have to pay 5 tariffs. If it ever goes to level 1, then there are no tariffs, and it's just 10 Vardis. Or you can also buy luxury for 6 with the tariffs here. So that has to do with this. You also see the hands, that means the deals. At the moment, there's 1 business deal. If we ever go down to C, there will be 2 business deals. These are always interesting deals that you can buy. Even though the capitalists really don't like that. Actually, yeah, they don't like it, right? If I'm not mistaken, did we just see that they wanted to lower it to 6A? I'm just quickly checking. Yeah, they wanted to go to 6A. So the tariffs are highest, of course, because if this is super expensive, then nobody will import and they'll just buy from them. That makes sense. Okay, then here immigration is very simple. Every round, I haven't set this up yet, which I need to do, but every round there will be 2 basic workers, so me, and then there'll be 2 middle-class workers. 1 is chosen, 1 is just gray, so basically unskilled. They'll be here no matter what, every round. But immigration will decide if we draw an extra card to see what comes out. So for example, if it's just +1, you'll take 2 basic workers, I'll flip a card, and then I'll see which one is added, and then I'll do another card for the middle-class workers and also add it. The downside there could be, for someone like me, for example, is that my population will skyrocket after a while, and that has the downsides that I'll explain in a second. Anyway, that is how proposing a bill happens. Basically, I'll say, all right, I don't like the labor market. I want to put my bill here, and then later on we'll vote on it. Now, anybody else, for example, the capitalists, they cannot do this or they cannot do this because I'm already there. So it's also kind of like a race. Once someone goes there, nobody else can go there anymore. So that's the downside. If this means that at the end of the round, we will do, at a certain phase, we will do an election phase. Now, when we do an election phase, then we'll do one by one. However, I could spend one influence on my turn when I put this down. I can spend one influence and do an immediate election. And how do elections work? Well, in here, there are 8 cubes for each faction, right? For each class. So we will draw 5 cubes, put them out, then see who has the most. Of course, we're also going to see if people are voting against or not. Let's say it's this and I'm against, and these two are, I'm for and they're against. They're for because middle class wants this one, and the capitalist class wants this one. You can also see it's kind of color coded. You see red, yellow, blue. So in this case, I would draw 5 cubes. That's just pure as an example. Then. Here are 2. Wow, I'm already losing. 3 more. Okay, so in this case, I lost horribly. Even, let's say I still had influence left, I could then add influence to my votes to try and win. So if I had, let's say, an extra 4, I could put it here and be, actually it's enough, and be like, oh, I win now. But then they could say, oh, I'm putting this as well, and then you're not. But you can't just do it like that. Normally it's like closed fist, 1, 2, 3, you do like this with other people, right? But if you play with the Automa, they have specific cards where, like these ones, where it determines if you're winning, if you're losing, what the Automa does. And yeah. So anyway, that's how voting works. Let's say I lost, okay? Then my cube will go back in the bag, but everybody who won, these will go back to the pile. So it increases my chance to win further votes, which is also very strategic because then you can actually propose bills for stuff that you don't really want, but then people might be spending their cubes, and that gives you a higher chance to then win later on. That is definitely a strategy that you can do. Okay, so if I had won, by the way, if I had won, I would get 3 points because I'm the one who proposed the bill. If somebody else is also supporting me, and we win together, then I will still get 3 because I proposed it, and they will get 1 because they join me. So sometimes, even if your cubes don't come out, it's good to add a influence so you can at least get that 1 point. Okay, so that is proposed bill and elections already done. Oh, by the way, if you do a normal election, because this was immediate, if at the end when the election phase comes up, then normally the bag is filled up. There's a refill bag moment where by the working class, you look at the population track. So it's the 3 here, you divide it by 2, and then you take the higher value. So in this case, well, we round up. So 1.5, that would be 2. So I add 2 cubes to the bag. For middle class, it's either the same or the amount of companies divided by 2. So in this case, this would be best, so it's also be 2. And capitalist class is the amount of active companies divided by 2 rounded up, so also 2. So be 2, 2, 2. But of course, you can increase as much as you can to add more cubes and so on, to increase your influence in general. All right. Second thing, assign workers. So I think this is a good moment to actually complete setup. So I place 1 gray worker, 1 unemployed worker. This is setup, okay? And then I draw 2 of these cards. So another gray one and another gray one. So I start with 3 unskilled workers. Up, up, up. So 1, 2, and 3. And then for the middle class, it is a skilled worker of my choice, and then 2 immigration cards. Of course, I'm going to look here, and I'm going to choose the one of the industry that I don't have. That's according to the Automa rules. So I'm going to choose a blue skilled worker, which is a luxury guy. So I make luxury items. And then I also do 2 cards, was it? Yes, 2 cards. So it'll be an unskilled worker and an unskilled worker. So wow, it's just unskilled all around. Now you could say, oh, but yeah, you know, with unskilled workers, you can go to many places because there's so many gray spots. That's true, but a skilled worker can also go to a gray spot. So that brings me to my action that I was explaining, the assign workers. I can assign up to 3 workers to companies and or trade unions. So that means with these 3 guys, they at this moment can only go to 2 spots. They can go here because they can help the company, and here because they can help the company. They cannot go there cannot go here because I don't have the necessary skilled worker available. Okay. Now, sometimes it might be that it looks like, oh, you could combine a blue and a gray like this. No, whenever you assign workers, it has to be of the same type. Okay, cannot just fill a building with a mix of workers and regular people. So, workers and middle class people. It has to be one of the same kind always. So that's assigning workers. Now it also says trade unions. For trade unions, it is quite simple because there is one that I'm already quite close to. Oh wait, setup is a bit wrong here. It's the wrong public hospital that's here. Not this one, but this one, right? Yeah, this one. Supposed to be this one. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, at the moment in healthcare, I have 1, 2, 3 people, right? If I get a fourth here, I have 4 people in healthcare. The moment I have 4 people in healthcare, I could assign a doctor to my trade union. So it has to be a skilled white guy, doctor. If there's one here, then I can take it, put it here, and from now on I have a trade union. Every round, he will give me 1 influence and also 2 points per trade union guy. All right. So you can also have more than 4, that's fine, but it has to do with the different types of companies and so on. So other things that are interesting, I have 2 farmers, and another one would be 3, but then I still need 1. So basically healthcare is the number 1 option for workers. Also, if I get another doctor like this, I could also put the clinic like this, and then I'm also where I need to be. So, but that's not the case at the moment. That could be a strategic decision later on. All right, so let's assign workers. Buy goods and services basically means I'm going to spend my money to buy goods and services. For example, if I buy the public ones, I can buy 1 cube of influence for 10, but I'm always limited because it is the amount of my population, so 3, but I can buy that from 2 sources. So 1 could be the public services, and then the other one can be from the middle class. Or I buy from the import market, so the foreign markets, and the capitalist class. So always from 2 sources, and the maximum is 6, so 3 plus 3. So of course, if I were to buy healthcare, I'd go here because it's only 5. Education is 10, which is pricey. Influence is 10, which is pricey. Here, food is 12, luxury 8, health 8, but there's nothing there. And then education here is 10. Why is it on the right side? It is on the right side because education is in the C spot. And the Automa, because in a normal game, they all start in the middle. But the Automas, they will change their price. It says so here, depending on policy. 6A, food and luxury will be highest, but it's not 6A, it's 6B at the moment. 4C, health will be the highest value, but 4C is at B at the moment, so it's 4B. And 5C, education will be the highest. And we are at 5C, so the capitalist class and the middle class put it at their highest. Okay, so basically that's how it goes. I just buy it, and then I put it in my goods and services. But of course, I only have 30 Vardis, which is not a lot, okay? Then I can also do strike. I can take up to 2 strike tokens and put them up to 2 companies where my workers are. For example, I could put it here and I could put it here. And then at the end of the round, if the strike token is still there, I will get 1 influence because they didn't do anything. But it also doesn't produce, so I also don't get wages. So instead of wages, I'll get influence. However, if they raise their wages, it will go up, and then the strike tokens will disappear. And then after I get paid, it will go back down again. Okay? Yeah. At least with the Automas. All right, so that's the strike token. Then, of course, if your wage is already at the maximum, you cannot do that, okay? For example, I don't like the capitalist class to have too much influence. Now, at the moment, they're not going to have any because there's no influence companies and they have no influence companies coming. But if they do, I like to put a strike token on them. So either they pay me a lot for their influence or they pay me influence. So yeah. Then we have demonstration. Now, demonstration is a bit more complicated. That happens when I have a lot of unemployed people. If I have a lot of unemployed people, I can demonstrate. And then they have to be, the people here have to be higher plus 2 of the amount of available worker spots. So if everything is covered and I have a bunch of people there, then it's going to be very easy for me to demonstrate. If I demonstrate, then the other people are forced to create companies. When they create companies, it's all fine. I can assign my people and the demonstration will go away. If they don't, then they potentially lose points depending on how many spots they have open. Okay. The amount of points they lose is 7 or 6, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just very quickly check that in demonstration. Equal to the number of unemployed workers you have plus your trade unions. And then you can divide the VP amongst the players. But of course, they cannot lose more than the empty spaces that they have. All right, and then we have apply political pressure. That's just you take 3 cubes and you put it in the bag. Okay. Before or after your main action, you have free actions. So let's say I bought that healthcare. Okay, I bought 3 healthcare or even 6 healthcare, it doesn't matter. Then I can use healthcare. I spend equal to my population, so 3. Then I'll get 1 point because my prosperity goes up. It's just 1 here, well, 1 point, and 2 points because it's healthcare. If I do the same with education, I'll just get 1 point, but one of these unskilled workers anywhere can be changed into a skilled worker, which is good for the trade unions, of course. If I do the same, but with luxury, I just get 1 point. That's it, okay? Next time I do it, I'll go up again, but this time I'll get 2 points plus the bonuses of education or healthcare if I'm using that. Next time is 3 points and 4 points and so on. So it's good for me to increase my prosperity. Why did I say before, if you remember, that having a population boom isn't really that good? It is good for a lot of money, but at the same time, you always have to pay more because you have to buy more things to be able to increase your prosperity. So it's kind of like, it has to go hand in hand. You can have a lot more money, but then you have to buy more stuff, and the stuff has to be available and hopefully at a lower price. So it's all like interconnected, okay? All right, so that is actually everything that I can do as the working class. I can also swap workers, which basically means just move them around, right? That's it. And then, which you can, there are some things that you can, but it says workers in unskilled slots with other employed workers. So if there's a skilled person, so let's say it's like this. Here in the clinic, there are 2 doctors, right? And you're like, this guy here is in a gray spot. I don't want that. I want it to be an unskilled one because he's basically working below his pay grade. So he goes here, up, and he goes there, and then I can maybe use him to put him in my trade union. Okay, that would be a good example of that. All right, trade union would then be assigned workers, a different action. Receive benefits, that's only when the state is playing, and pay off loans, spend 50 Vardis and discard your loan, but hopefully that will never happen. Okay, so that's the working class, and we'll see what the other people do while we are playing. I think I've explained just about everything that goes on in the game. Yeah, so why don't we take a look at all the cards that I have, and well, then we can get started. Finally, I want to say something about committed workers. Now you'll notice that all the workers are standing up, right? Okay. Now, when we build a new company, or when we assign workers to a company, they will be lying down. They will not be standing up. And that is because they'll be committed. Because the company says, okay, we'll hire you, and we'll hire you for a certain amount of time. So we are not going to fire you. We are not going to lower the wages. The company cannot be sold. But once the workers produce, then they will be stood up, and then all those things can actually happen. Okay. All right. So let's start the game. I'm going to show you. Oh, I forgot one more thing. Well, not really. It'll come up anyway when we talk about it. That is the export phase. During the game, the middle class and the capitalist class at any point can sell their goods also to the foreign market, and it says here the values. Now, because they're Automas, they have to be able to do it at least to two different actions. So sell food for 3 and for 5, that would be applicable, or 3 and 7 education, or 3 luxury and 3 health, whatever, as long as it's 2. If they can only do 1, they will skip that action. But yeah, I think then I talked about every single aspect of the stuff that applies to me anyway. Other stuff we'll see. All right, so the action cards that I have, these 7 cards, I'll be using 5 of them in the round. If there's 2 left, then we will finish the round and do other phases, which I will talk about later. Also, of these 7 cards, the cards basically, they are the basic actions, just more powerful in certain ways. So let's take a look at the first one. It is migration. If you have at least 4 unemployed workers, remove up to 2 of them, get 5 Vardis for each unskilled worker and 10 for each skilled worker removed this way. Okay, now I don't really like doing this because it is money, so maybe when I'm in a pinch, but I can actually do demonstration if it's feasible. But anyway, then you have unemployment benefits. Get 5 Vardis from the states for each of your unemployed workers. You may then buy goods and services from the state. That's pretty good because that would give me 15, which I can then use to buy 3 health. There's a big chance I'll do that immediately. It also, by the way, says 4A, 4B. That means 4A or 4B has to be in effect. 4B is in effect, so that's fine. This has to do with when the state is playing, so that's not the case now. Then we have state scholarship, which is also good. By education from the state up to your population, so 3, paying half the cost. So instead of 30, I'll be paying 15. Then change of government agenda. So there's a dot here because they are basically the more interactive cards. It's kind of like a mini expansion. I'm using them because I like it, but you can choose to play without them. If there are 3 or less proposed bills, like now, discard a bill proposed by another player. Then you may both propose another bill with you going first. Oh, okay. Then we have proletarians of the world, unite. Add voting cubes to the back equal to your population. That can be really powerful later on. Or early, since they only have 1 at the moment. And then radical reforms. Propose a bill. You may place your marker on any section, even if it's not next to the current one. You may not call for an immediate vote on this bill. Yeah, when you propose a bill, it always has to be next to the previous one. But of course, this card negates that. And then cooperative farm. If you have at least 3 unemployed workers, build a cooperative farm, place it next to your board, and assign 3 of those workers there. This is a cooperative farm, so it will produce 2 food and requires 3 people. Now, cooperative farms are good because otherwise I have to buy food from other people, and that makes it free. But then again, I am basically using up 3 of my workers that I could actually use in other spots. So I start first. So I'm going to do exactly what I said that I'm going to do. I'm going to do the unemployment benefits. So I'm going to get 5 Vardis from the state for each of your unemployed workers. So that's 15. You may then buy goods and services from the state. So I'm not going to take any money. I'm just going to take 3 health because that costs 15 and they give me 15. So I just got health for free, basically. This will be my discard. And I'm going to immediately, as my free action, spend that 3 health to increase my prosperity by 1, so 1 point, and I get an extra 2 because it's healthcare. So I'm at 3 points already. Then we'll do the solo. Like Joe, you haven't, or Joachim, whatever. People call me Joe in Hong Kong because my name is too difficult. So let's just say Joe. Joe, you haven't explained the solo rules yet. I know, I'm about to. So we have the buildings here, so I'm reaching for the wrong deck. This is the Automa card. So here we have it. So what can you see here? On top, this is the simple Automa, by the way. I'm not playing with the advanced one because I simply do not have space. Maybe I'll play one with 2 players, then I will have space, but not with 3. So on top are the actions that the Automa can possibly do. We will go from left to right, and the moment the Automa can do it, the other ones will not be done, okay? So for example, the green one, as you can see here, is buy goods and services. The blue is build a company. The gray is propose a bill, and the yellow is assign workers. Aside from that, there's also sell to the foreign market, which is not here, and special action, which is not here. So underneath here, you have the voting, the policies that it will vote on if it ever reaches number 3. Here is a bonus if it does the first action. It will definitely do the first action. And at the bottom is a special action. The special action will happen if nothing can be done, okay? And if that also cannot be done, then they'll just take 3 cubes and put it in the bag. So first of all, the buy goods and services. So you must be able to buy at least one of the three resources, health, education, luxury, in a quantity that will allow you to increase your prosperity. Okay, so health, education, luxury. All right, let's see. It says here goods and service criteria. All right, first of all, it goes for free. Now, as you can see, it has food and it has healthcare. Okay. Now let's see. If it goes for, normally it also says free, let's say yes, and then you have to choose, right? But there's only healthcare. So the food it's not going to buy. So yeah, even though there's food here, it will never buy food. It will only buy food during the cover needs step, which is later on. So the only thing they can get for free is healthcare, all right? So they can buy enough healthcare to actually get it because they'll buy one here and then they can buy up to 3 from the state, but it only needs 2. So it's just gonna buy 2, just enough to increase its prosperity. That's always the thing that they do. If they have enough prosperity already, and if they have enough goods to raise their prosperity already, then they will just buy it as if they have nothing. Okay, so they're going to buy 2 health from the states, so that's 10, and the money, of course, goes to the states. All right, so they'll get 2 health, which I have to exchange. So 1 is remaining, and they get 2, and then we will immediately use this to increase their prosperity. Now, what it does is there's also 3 points for them. If they have multiple ways to increase their prosperity, let's say they have health and education at the same time, they will use their free action to do everything at once. I can only do 1, but they can do as many as they want. So that's basically done. If you buy goods and services this turn, buy the resource from every available source, including yourself, up to your population from each. But then, like I said, it was only there, so it didn't apply actually. But you're supposed to read this first, obviously. So that's their turn done, okay? So I'm going to put the cards for the different ones here so I don't always have to reach over. So next up is the capitalist class. Same reason here. So they are going to see if they can buy from, see if they can sell to the foreign market. So they don't have a lot of stuff going on at the moment. So they only have 1 food, that's not enough. They have 2 luxury, that's not enough. And they have 2 education, that's not enough. So they're not going to do this. Even if it says, if you sell to the foreign market, sell up to 4 food for 15 each, it doesn't matter. Build a company. So there must be at least 1 company in the market that you can afford to build or an empty space on the board. Now that is definitely the case, okay? Because everybody's here, there's a bunch of stuff that they can build. But there's also a card for that. So let's see what you should look at first. All right. Unemployed workers available to make it operational. So in this case, the fashion company can be built. Car manufacturer can be built. So actually it's going to be the fashion company that they build for sure. Okay. So because automated is only later. The other ones they cannot build because the required workers are not there. So I'll put this underneath here to keep it nice and structured. Now the question is, who is going to be used to work there, actually? When workers from both classes are available, assign middle class workers, unless there's a demonstration, in which case assign regular ones. So these 2 guys will come here and they will be lying down. And then here is the wage because it's at level 2. So that makes the middle class very happy. Of course, more money for them. Okay, and that is the end of their turn. They have also some special actions that they can do, of course. But in this case, there's nothing really that they can do because they're free actions, and the same goes for the middle class, is adjust prices, not necessary, adjust wages, not necessary, give bonus. The AI, the Automas, never gives a bonus. Buy storage, they only do it when it's full. Receive benefits, no, and pay off loan, no. Back to me then. So, I was thinking about the scholarship of the state, but maybe I should just assign my workers to cover these 2 spots. But I guess there's no real rush at the moment. I I don't think, well, middle class might buy the education, so I don't really like that. Okay, I'll buy the education first. So state scholarship, buy education from the state, up to your population cost, paying half the cost. Oh, yes, I can, 5B and 5C. So I pay 15, because normally it would be 30 for 3, and then I immediately use it, so that's gone. So I will get, whoa. I will not immediately use it, and I'll explain why I'm not immediately using it. I am going to use it on my next turn, because if I use it on my next turn, I will increase my prosperity as usual, but I can turn one of these into a doctor. And if I then use assign workers, this one go here, this one will go here, but I will have 4 people in healthcare, and then my doctor can come to my trade union. That will be my move. So that is what I'm doing. No special action then. Then it's the middle class again. All right, assign workers. If you assign workers this turn, you may assign, is it 2B? It is 2B, any number of unemployed workers, to C, any number of workers. So you can take, if it's C, you can take them from other places, but there's nothing to assign. They can swap workers, which I guess is, can they swap workers? Let me check, because that's a free action, right? Swap any number. Oh, but they're not going to swap because it's just gray. There's no point in swapping. No, never mind. Okay, so assign workers, there's nothing to assign, I think. No, there's not. So we're not going to do that. Buy goods and services, they will do that for sure. So basically what I feared is going to come true. So free, there's nothing free. If you have 3 or more unemployed, no. Cheapest, so cheapest would be 1 health, but they're looking for something that would boost up their prosperity. And at the moment they have 30. So that will be education. Yeah, education, because they can buy education for 30. So education is also first. And it says if it will lead to population increase and other options are available. So, well, it's prosperity actually, not. Oh no, exclude healthcare if it will lead to population increase. Okay. Okay, so actually there's supposed to be another ungrade worker here because I used healthcare. So my population is now at 11. All right, I totally missed that actually. So that's why they avoid it, because they don't want to increase population. Otherwise they have to pay too much. All right, so anyway, still it stays. They're going to go for education, which will they buy from public services. Actually, it's a tie. So they buy public services first, yeah. So 30. Yeah, although this is 8, and if they buy it from here, it is 9. Actually, that's cheaper. That's cheaper, because this would be 16. Or if you just buy it from here, it's 9 times 3, so that's 27. That's actually cheaper. So instead of education, they're going to choose the cheapest one. Yeah, including combinations. So they can buy 2 from here for 16 and 1 from there for 9. Okay, so that's what they'll do. So 16 here, so they get 4 back. And those 2 go here. And then here they'll pay 9. So 2, 4, 9. There we go. And that is luxury. So they will immediately spend the 1 they bought plus these 2 to increase their prosperity again for 2 points. Okay, and that is them done. Okay, finished. All right. Then it is the capitalist class. Here we go. So they're going to build. If you build a company this turn, pay 10 less. And they will build a company. Especially because my unskilled dudes just arrived. But it doesn't even matter, because the only thing they can build is an automated. There's no skilled workers for anything else. So they'll build a car manufacturer for 45. Okay, I'm not going to put it underneath anymore. There's no space. So 45. So it's 45. It's quite the investment by the capitalists. All right, I paid 10 less, sorry. So 35 actually. Cool. And then there's nothing else that they would do as an extra action because there's nothing to do. So that's done for them. Then it is my turn again. All right, so I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to spend my education. So I get 2 points. And I think they were supposed to get an extra point, right? Yeah, because they already had 3 from healthcare before, which should have added another worker, actually. So it should be like this. Yeah. So I think the same applies to them, I imagine. Yes, it does. So that should have been added when that happened as well. So they're now at 4 points. Yep. And I'm at 5. So let me think. No. 1 plus 2 is 3. And then 4 should be at 6. They're at 6. Because they had 1 point from the healthcare plus 2, so that's 3. And then now 2 points from moving up is 5. They're at 5. Okay, same as me. That makes sense. But now I can exchange this guy for a doctor. There we go. And then my action will be assign workers. And I'm going to get rid of change of government agenda because I don't really like it that well. I'm not sure. Maybe I should keep it. I'll get rid of migration if you have at least 4 of them. So I get rid of this. So as my action, I will then assign. So my doctor will come here, and it's up to 3 people, right? So this is now active, this clinic. Then I have 1 left, and I will also put it in the clinic as well. It's all healthcare, you know. Okay, so that's about it. That's my action. Yep. So it gave me quite a 28 Vardis more income. And now I can get a trade union if I buy some more stuff. But I have 15. I don't know. We'll see. I don't have enough to buy education, I think. Yeah. Anyway, you'll also notice these are gaps now. These are not filled up. This is only at the end of the round. So back to the middle class. 7B or 7C, that is in effect. If you build a company this turn, use a skilled middle class worker of your choice from the supply. Now, when that happens, you take it into account. So when you follow the building company criteria, you imagine that you already have it. So unemployed, working class worker available to fill its slot. Of course, that's now every one of them. Requires middle class workers only is the second one. So that's not the case. Industry with the fewest operational companies. So that would be electronic store. So that's going to be, they're going to build the electronic store. I'll put it here. And they are going to assign, well, they're going to take someone from here actually to assign it. There you go. And even though I put the wage down, there's no wage there because there's no, they're not going to pay themselves, you know, it's free obviously. I'd have to pay 20, of course. Oh, but they can't afford it. No. So this action doesn't happen at all, actually. They have no money to build a building. So they're not going to buy any goods and services because they don't have money, because they only buy when they have enough to boost their prosperity. Assign workers, that is a possibility, actually. Let's see. Assign middle class workers criteria. Most unemployed, well, is it even possible? I don't think it is possible, actually. No, it's not. There's no way he can assign anything. Voting then. Okay, they will vote. Welfare state education. So they are going to put it here because they really want it. Now, they would spend their influence if they feel they can win, if they do an immediate election. And they will do that. There are 2 requirements to do that. One of them is that they need to have support to do it. Like they can't be the only one doing it. And more influence than the other side. But of course, it is like we add ourselves together. So middle class and me have 2 influence, so we have more. and we both want it to go this way. So they are going to spend their influence to do an immediate election. So let's take a look. Then I'll put this to the side. We'll take the voting tokens, put these guys up. Actually, gives me more space. So the capitalists are against, and we are for. Because we would really like education to be cheaper. So here we go. 2. It's good for us. Really good for us. And then, yeah. So nobody's going to spend, he's not going to spend any influence because there's no way he can win. So we win. This immediately goes into effect. So now we put this token here to signify that education is now 5 Vardis. They get their voting token back, but for their efforts, they do get 3 points, and I get 1 because I supported them. Okay, there's no extra action that they do, so now it is the capitalist. So they're also going to vote. They're going to the labor markets, so they want to have it down to level 1. If you propose a bill this turn, place your marker on your desired policy, even if it's not next to the current section. You may only call for an immediate vote if you placed your marker next to the current section. That happened. Okay, that happened. So, and because that happened, are they going to do an immediate one? They are all alone. So no one's going to support them to do it. So they don't do an immediate one. They're going to wait and see what happens. That's my turn. Now, I can get rid of that, honestly. I can get rid of that to make sure he doesn't do it. Or I can wait to see what happens after this. I cannot do the farm. I can add voting cubes, same as my population. But it's only 3, so I'm not even voting. I can propose a bill. I could propose a bill and put it here, for example. That way he's going to try and stop it. They're both going to try and stop it, and they're both going to lose cubes. So it'll be easier to stop him here. I really want my trade union, actually. But yeah, because I use my doctor there. I don't know why I put my doctor there. I should just put in my trade union. I was really stupid. Yeah, that was not smart at all. I could just buy goods and services, take advantage of that education. Oh, by the way, 1 and this is 2 times 2 is 4 plus 3 is 7. So taxes are now at 7. Okay, I am going to. What am I going to do? I think I'll still have 2 actions left. I haven't proposed any bills. I could go full bills, change the government agenda and proletarians of the world unite, or I could buy education, change it, and try to get in my trade union regardless. Buy education, spend it, switch it to a doctor, who will not be assigned. And then next time, just assign a worker so I can get 2 points and 1 influence. I feel I should be doing more though, especially with the assigned workers. Just assigning 1 doesn't really sound very, very interesting. But I like that. The choices. Okay. All right. I'll tell you what, to stop him from messing with the wages, I'm going to do this. I'm going to spend it anyway. So I remove his. I put mine on the highest salary, which I will most likely lose, but I don't care. And then we'll reveal a new one, and it says taxation. So he's going to try and lower the taxes instead. Okay. All right, so that's done. Okay, that was my action. Still feels it. Oh, by the way, because we won, these are removed actually, and his goes back to the bag. Yeah. All right, capitalists. No, that was me. Middle class. So they're gonna vote too. That's interesting. If you propose to build this turn, call for immediate vote without spending. Oh, wow. So taxation is not available. Immigration is available, but do they want to change immigration though? Let's see. Middle class immigration is 7A. They do want to change it to 0. So they're basically doing an immediate vote for immigration here. And do I want that or not? I don't want that. So the problem is if I support and we win, then I'll get a point. I don't want them to win at all, so I'm not going to support it. So no. Let's see. All right, so we're winning now, but that means my cubes are gone. Oh, more of my cubes. I don't like it. Okay, at least that's fine. So we win, they all go away, and theirs goes back in. So this doesn't happen. All right, back to the capitalists. All right, build a building. They have the money, but they don't have the people. So that's not going to happen. Even though they could add 2, build 2, but it's not available. Sell to the foreign market. That doesn't happen either. Voting again. Labor market, not available. Fiscal policy is not available because that's what they want. So that doesn't happen. And then we have lobby. Now, lobby is a special action. And lobby basically means, what does it mean again? Spend 30 from your capital and gain 3 influence, but they have no money in capital, so that doesn't happen. So special action, is it 1A, 1B? It is not. So in the end, they just add 3 cubes to the bag. All right, so they weren't able to do anything. Okay, then it's my turn. So I think I will just buy education to get 3 points. 3 points and a doctor, basically. Or I could propose another bill. I'm not going to propose another bill. I'm just going to buy education since it's only 5. So I pay 15. I have to get rid of a card though. I will get rid of the radical reforms. So I get 3 education, which I immediately spend. So I get 3 points. So that's 9. And I get to do this. There we go. All right, so these 2 cards I will just keep. And then the last turn for the middle class is special action. If you have at least 4 unemployed, no. Buy goods and services, no. Assign workers, I don't think so, no. Sell to the market, no. And then the only thing that's left then is add 3 cubes to the bag. Well, they're really strong now in the bag. Has to be. A lot of them in there now. Okay. Then the capitalists for the last turn. Special action. If you have at least 150 revenue, they do not, so it doesn't matter. Voting, welfare, state health care. Yeah, they're going to try and increase the price of health care. And that's it. That's their action. So that is now completely done. The next phase we do is the production phase. So in the production phase, first of all, we produce goods and services, but we start with the states. So the state produces 6 healthcare. That's 6. Maximum they can have is production plus 6, so that's 12, so they're fine. They produce how much? Also 6 education, and they don't produce any influence because there are no workers. Then they have to pay the salaries, so I get 30. And they also get 30, right? Yeah. All right, then it is the capitalist class. So they will produce 5, 9, 15 luxury. So they only have place for 9. over 12, sorry. So it's 9, 12. But then they can put 3 more there. And when this is full, then they start buying storage. They also produce 4 food. They also produce 6 health. And also 6 education. Oh, because this changed, actually the education prices also change. There we go. So 6, they're still within the boundaries. Yeah, it's 8, they're fine. All right, that's everything. But then, of course, they have to pay. So they pay 15.35 to the middle class. 35 to the middle class. To me, they pay 20, 40, 60. Yeah, baby. Cough it up. 60 Vardis. All right, 60 Vardis. And then that's done for them, production. Production for the middle class is they will have to pay me $8. 8 Vardis. Just give me 10. Oh no. Just give me 8. You can see it's a bit of a table hog. I have to reach very far to reach it. So 8. But they do produce 4 health. 4 healthcare. They also produce 2 food. Now, I do get a lot of money, but I'm going to have to spend it on food, which is not nice. All right, then I don't produce anything, as far as I know, because with the production that I have, I would produce if I had a trade union, but I do not. So I think it's nothing. No, 1 influence for each trade union, but I don't have anything. So no. Then it's cover needs. So the states and the capitalist class have no needs to cover. Middle class has to buy food. But in the cover needs, I think it's still middle class first. Let me check. So middle class first. So they need to buy food, but they have food already. They have like how much? They have 3 food, which is exactly what they need. So that's what they do. They buy it from themselves and they feed their people. Then I have to feed my people. I have also 3. And then I have to pay 36 food, I guess. Unless I buy it from here, that's 15. That's even worse. So 36 to them. So basically 50, but they can't give me change. So 36, right? So 36 for 3 food that I then throw away. All right. And then the next up is pay taxes. Now, pay taxes, first of all, it is the capitalist class that pays taxes. So it is the amount of companies times the tax. So like I said, the tax at the moment is 7 because it's 3. This is times 2, so it's 3, 5, 7. Okay. So 7 times the tax. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 7 is 42. So they don't have enough, do they? They do. Oh, they have exactly 42. But still, it is not going to be enough anyway, because they don't only pay employment tax, they also pay corporate tax. Well, they have no money, so they don't pay any corporate tax. Okay, so actually by paying everything, they escaped their second tax. Okay. Middle class, same thing. 7 times the amount of companies they have, so it's 14. So they pay 20. The state is rich. They get back 6. And then income tax is 2B times 3A. So that's 7. 7 times the places where they have workers. So it's, these stand up now. So 7 times 1, 2, 3. So 21. Okay, it is 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 21. Yep. Wow, it's really high tax. And they actually made it happen because they moved the taxation. They moved the education up. You know, it is what it is. Right, so then my taxes is also 2b times 3a. So it's... Wait, did I just make them pay too much? Yeah, I made them pay too much, sorry. Because it's 2b times 3a. That's 4 times where they're working, not 7 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, so it's actually just 12, not 21. So they get 9 back. I'll just give 10. Yeah, I charged them too much. So it is 2b times 3a. So that's 4 times. For me as well, 4 times my population, so it's 12. I have to pay 12. Still, I end up with 50 Vardis at the end, which is way more than I started with. Well, 20 more. Okay, so that's production phase. Then election phase. We start off by refilling the bag. So for me, that's 2 cubes. Because it's half my population rounded up. There, it's also half population rounded up, so 2 yellow cubes. And then for them is the amount of companies divided by 2, so 2, 4, 6, so 3 cubes added. All right, and then we vote. So, first of all, it's me against the world. So I'm for, they are against, and we draw 5. So, now they don't have a lot of influence to spend. I have 1. So if I'm really lucky, or I'm really not lucky, and 1 more. Okay, so obviously I lose. I'm not going to spend anything. Neither are they. So they win. Mine go back in the bag, and theirs go out. Next up is taxation. So because it goes to the middle, both of them are for, and I am against. So I'm hoping to stop taxation. Well, it doesn't really matter all that much to me, to be honest. What if I go for, though? Well, it's points at the end of the game for me. So yeah, I should stop. Try to stop. If anything, I should make them spend all their cubes. Which they're definitely doing. But they'll get points for it, though. Wow, 5. Okay. So that's 3 points for capitalists, so that's 5, and 1 point for the middle class. And these all go away. And taxation is immediately adjusted. So it is now 2 plus 1. So 2, 3, 4. All right, and then next is healthcare, trying to put healthcare up, increasing the price. Now it's me and the middle class who are against the capitalists. I think in this case, it's way easier for the middle class to control it because they almost always have someone on their side. But yeah. Oh, wow. Oof, we really need a yellow one. I think it's done. We can't stop it anymore. Yeah, we can't stop it. Because even if I spend influence, he will spend influence as well. But maybe we'll see, because this is one of those situations. Spending influence when winning. The other side has exactly the influence needed to win. There's not. I cannot win. I can only tie, and tie he wins anyway. So no, it doesn't matter. So he wins. Mine go back in the bag. Wow, this has been huge for the capitalists because they get another 3. Just 8 points. 8 points, and this happens immediately. So healthcare is now 10. Healthcare is really expensive now. The tax goes down to 3. Oh, they really didn't enjoy paying taxes, huh? Because they're broke. Yeah, they're literally broke. Okay, so that was the elections. Then the scoring phase. Check trade unions, nothing here. But I'll do it card by card because there at least it says. So for example, the worker class scoring is just if I have any trade unions, but I have none. Capitalist class, scoring phase, move the revenue and then gain points, but they are completely broke. Middle class, if your prosperity is lower than the number of your companies, gain 1. It is not. So none of that happens. So that's the scoring phase. And then we moved over to the preparation. We increased the round marker by 1. Pay interest on loans. There are no loans. Draw prosperity. So prosperity is -1 for me, -2 for them. Events of political agenda doesn't happen. Draw action cards. So I draw 5 new cards. So let's see what they are. First one. Boost domestic tourism. Buy luxury from another player up to your population, paying half the cost. The other half is paid by the states. That reminds me, healthcare goes up to 10 to these guys because it's maximum now. All right, so this is 1A, 1B though, so this is not actually happening. I can't actually use this. So that's 1, 2. General strike. Perform a strike, you may place an additional strike token for each trade union you have. I like that because if I can get a trade union, that means a lot of strikes, a lot of money. 2. Number 3, signing bonus. Assign up to 4 unemployed workers. For each worker assigned to a company this way, get Vardis from that company's, get 4 Vardis from that company's owner. So that's pretty nice, actually. 2B, 2C. Yeah, that happens. General strike as well. Number 4, boost domestic tourism. As the same thing that I just had, which is useless. And then 5, need for change. Propose 2 bills. Okay, but then I need to have, okay, need for change is not that good. Well, I guess it's okay actually. It's okay because I'll be able to get more stuff, more cubes thanks to my population maybe. All right, reveal new companies. So with the Automa, the capitalists will always get rid of all the companies. Always, always, always. So they are gone. And then 4 new ones come out. We have a shopping mall, lobbying firm, I don't like that, stadium, and college. All right, put these here. And then these guys will only refresh the ones that they don't already have. So they'll get rid of the convenience store. And then a new one comes out. And that is fast food restaurant. Okay. Draw a business deal and export cards. So business deal, nothing changed in the foreign trade. So it's just a new one. This time it is 8 luxury for 30. And then export cards. So this one goes away. New one comes out. And that is this one. And then, get new workers and adjust population. So 2 basic workers. And then I draw 1 card because of here. I get a luxury guy, which is good for this one, but it didn't come out yet. Then we have 1 basic worker and then one of their choice. So they look here. So they're gonna go for a orange one. And orange is a teacher basically. And then draw a card, which is a gray one. Okay, and then of course you have to adjust population. So I just added 3 people, so that's 14. They just added 4 people. No, 3 people as well, right? So they should be 13. But let's just double check. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, 14 actually. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 as well. Okay. All right, so we're at population 4 now. So when we want to go up the tracks, we need to buy for the value of 4. Okay, that's done. Back to the action phase and round 2. So a lot of stuff has happened. First thing I want to do is make sure I get my trade union. All right, so I want to assign workers. But then if I do, I feel maybe I should get education first. Because if I get education first, I can actually turn one of the workers into a purple one. And if I can then get them all, well, it's not good enough. Not good enough. Okay, in healthcare, I'm fine. But everywhere else I'm not fine. There's not enough space, not enough options there. So that's not good. So I'll just stick to what I was going to do anyway. I'm going to do assign workers. So I'll use my boost domestic tourism since it doesn't work anyway, because at the moment we're at 1C. So I'll use this to assign workers. So this one will become my trade union yet now. Yay, my trade union. And then this one can come here. That means only 2 people can come out. Ah, that's not that good though. Okay, I'm not going to do it yet. I want to be able to assign more people. But I won't be able to though. I don't see it happening. Okay, I'll stick to my guns. All right, trade union is more important. And one here. There we go. Because I can't assign anybody else anywhere else. Can I? Nope. That's my turn. I wish I could do more. Because there's really nothing else. Propose 2 bills, perform a strike. But I could... Actually, I should wait. Sorry, I should wait. Because later on, I can use my assign up to 4 workers. So in that case, I am still going to use this, but I'm going to buy education from the state. So that's 3 for 20, because it costs is 4 times now. So 20 for 4. And I can buy more education from somewhere else. Do I want to spend another? Well, this is 8. So that's 32. I don't have the money for that. So I don't think I'm going to buy anything there. I don't want to spend all my money there. But then I can't buy anything else basically, because it's all too expensive to boost up. So what else am I going to use my money for? Well, I guess now luxury is 9. That's still more interesting than... Oh, this is 8. It's just cheaper. But then I don't have money for that. And I don't have any cards that make things... Oh, but I'll get money later on. So it's okay. I'll get 4 per assigned worker of that company's owner. Okay, but I'll still stick to this. I can buy goods and services again later. I am not going to use it yet. I'll use it next time before I use that card. Yes, because I don't want them to steal my worker. Okay, done. Middle class. Special action. If you have at least 4 unemployed workers, they do. Remove 2 of them, unskilled if able, and get 10. So 2 ones are removed. So it goes down, and they get 10. What did they do? Sell them? Okay. All right. So then special action, there's nothing to do. All right. Then capitalists. Oh, again, voting for labor market. Oh, they really try to push that, huh? If you propose a bill this turn, add 2 voting cubes to the bag first. Oh. They add 2 cubes to the bag. And that's it. They don't have any extra actions. Because none of these are full, right? No. My turn then. So now I get to spend my education. I spend 4. I go up here, so I get 3 points. So that's 12. And I get to change an unskilled worker to a skilled one. And then I play signing bonus. Assign up to 4 unemployed workers. For each worker assigned to a company this way, get 4 Vardis from that company's or owner. It's 2B2C, that's allowed. So first of all, I'm going to take my doctor, put him in my trade union. And then these 3, even though he's blue, it doesn't matter. They go over here. And the state will pay me 12. There's nowhere else where I could have gone anyway. I could have put 1 person here, but 12 from the state, which puts me on 42, which is nice. That means I can buy more stuff later on. But more importantly, this will produce influence. So if I ever want to buy influence, I'll be able to get it. Otherwise, I cannot. Okay. Middle class. Buy goods. If you buy goods, yeah, it's allowed. This turn, do not pay tariffs for food or luxury from the foreign market. So they do buy food, but then it's a bit confusing because when you look at the okay, they do buy food, but they only buy those other three if it's in a quantity that they can increase their stuff. So anyway, prosperity. So let's see. First of all, free. The only thing that's free is healthcare. So they have to do that, So they'll get healthcare for free, and then they'll buy it from a second source if they can increase it. So they'll buy it from the state, I guess, public first, right? For 40. They spend 40 on healthcare. Normally they avoid it, but they only avoid it if, according to the criteria, so 40 to the state. So now they can do this twice. So 1 plus 2 points, so that's 3. So that's 12, and then 3 again, that's 15. Why am I buying 4? Oh, it's correct. And then an extra point, so it's 16. And then this is all spent, but then 2 extra workers are added, so they're back up to 14. So the ones that they kicked out are back now. Okay, then. Yeah, then it's the capitalists. They sell to the foreign market, which is perfect for them. If you sell to the foreign market, sell up to 6 for 10 artists each first. So that's 3, 6 for 60. So they have money again. I'll give some change. So 60, there we go. And then they can sell. All right, they can sell 2 food for 15. That's okay. 7 for 50. They have 9, so that sounds okay. They have 8 education for 80. For 45, sorry. 8 for 45. That doesn't seem as good as the 7 for 50. So I think the 7 for 50 will happen regardless. 3 health for 20 seems pretty good. Yeah, so they do as much as they can, but I know they're just going to sell everything they can. Forgot about that. So they sell 7 for 50. Boom. Then the healthcare, they sell 3 for 20. Food, they sell 2 for 15. And then education, they sell 8 for 45. Wow, and suddenly they went from broke to loaded. Okay, that's it. There's their turn. They don't do anything extra. Yeah, okay. Back to me. So I was happy with all my workers. All my workers are gone now. They've all been assigned. So I think now I'm gonna do the strike. That seems like a good idea. So I'm gonna perform a strike. So I can put out 3 strike tokens. So where am I going to earn the most money? The state just adds 5. This adds 10. All right, we're striking at the clinic. We're striking here at the college, because that's a big jump as well. And then this is all just 5, right? I think I want to just mess with the capitalists the most. So I guess I'll strike supermarket as well. All right, because they have a specific card, how they react to strikes. So that's pretty good. Okay, so that's done. And I'll just show you that card. Response to strike. For each company with a strike token, check the following. Do they have a gear? No. Or if it's the only one, draw 2. Otherwise, draw 1. And then if they say, if it shows an influence symbol, increase the wages or not. So we'll do that later when it's their turn. That is plus their regular action, I think. We'll double check that later. So first, middle class, because there's no extra action I can take. Okay, buy goods and services. Buy the resource from every available source, including yourself, up to your population from each. So, but they only have 6, which means they can't buy anything. Though they can buy 1 education, but Normally they don't buy it unless they can actually, so they're going to skip that. Then they're going to vote taxation. Taxation, they already like it, so no. Education, they already like it, so no. They're going to build a building. Have no money for a building. They're going to assign workers. They can do that, I believe. Actually, they cannot. They literally cannot. There's nowhere to go. So in that case, we do the special action. If able, pay 6 Vardis per population to gain 1 prosperity. That's not possible either. So they're just going to add 3 cubes to the bag. Okay, capitalists. Foreign trade, again, but they have nothing else to sell. Oh, they do, but they cannot. They can only sell healthcare, so they're not going to do that. Voting foreign trade. Foreign trade is at 6B. I'm pretty sure they don't like that. Foreign trade, capitalists, 6A. So yeah, they put it on 6A. Yeah, they want to increase the tariffs so more people buy from them, basically. All right, so that's done. So let's respond to the strike. For each company with a strike token, check the following. If it has a gear or is the only operational company you have of that industry. So let's check the supermarket is the only one. So draw 2. So let's see. 1, nothing. 2, nothing. If there is a symbol, increase the wages. So in that case, that one is not increased. So it'll just be influence. Next one is the clinic, same thing, draw 2. Nothing. Nothing. Wow, okay. So also 1 influence and no wages. I'm shooting myself in the foot here. And then college is also the only one. So 1. So yeah, I can do the second one as well, doesn't matter. So basically that means that this one will go up to 3 and the strike token is removed. Okay. So basically I got 10 Vardis extra, but then I'm screwed over by the rest. And then it's my turn again. So I could add voting cubes according to my population. That would be 4. That's nice. I cannot use my cooperative farm because I don't have any unemployed people. Boost domestic tourism. That's not really an option because 1A and 1B are not in effect. Propose 2 bills could be interesting because I have 2 more turns, right? And one of them could be add 4. I think I'll propose 2 bills. Yeah, I'll propose 2 bills, but I can buy stuff though. I could buy stuff. I feel like I should be buying and getting points. I could pay, but I need to have 4 of something. That's very expensive. I could buy influence for 4, for 40. Okay, first let me propose 2 bills. Let's start with that. So I propose 2 bills, and what I want is healthcare, because I will get support for that, and fiscal policy, because I get support for that. So I'm hoping yellow will come through and help me a ton. All right, so my turn done. Then we have the middle class. All right, they are going to sell to the foreign market. They cannot. Buy goods. They cannot. Build a building. They cannot. Vote for immigration. They can. And immigration, that is for them 7A. So they're going to go there. So I haven't been checking the influence because nobody ever has more necessarily. So at this point, yeah. Nothing there. No immediate stuff. All right. Let's see capital class. Also, they're also doing it. Foreign trade. There's already one there. Taxation. There's already one there. So no. Build a building. They can. So when we're building a building, first of all, see if they can employ it. I think there's various ones that they can do. They can do this one. And they can do this one. They can do 2 buildings, basically. Luxury. They're going full luxury. It's crazy. And also college. So we'll see. Industry with the fewest operational companies. So that would then be education, actually. So they're going to go for college. Yeah. Yep. So they'll put college out. this one, making the middle class very happy. There we go. And they pay 16. Yeah, so I'll pay 20 and get 4 back. And that is their action. Okay, my action then. I think I don't want to do proletarians yet. That means add 4 cubes to the bag. I think I'm going to save it for later, and I'm just going to add 3 to the bag. Because the 4 next round will be 5. So it'll be more valuable as I keep it. So I'm just going to get rid of my boost domestic tourism, since it's 1A, 1B. Although it might change. But yeah, whatever. I'm not going to keep it. Actually, no. I'm going to get rid of my cooperative farm. There's only 2 cards in the game. Okay, boost domestic tourism. Whatever. I'll get rid of it and I put 3 cubes in the bag. There we go. Done. And then it is the middle class. I probably won't be able to do a lot of stuff again. They can't assign, but they get a skilled worker first. But even if they get a skilled worker, there's no room to put anything anywhere. So no. Build a building, no. Buy goods, no. Votes, labor market. Is there anything still available? Only education, so no. Add voting cubes to the bag equal to 2 plus the number of public and capital class companies in which your workers are. Oh, wow. Wow, so that's 2 yellow ones plus 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 6 cubes. 4, 5, 6. They are dominating the bag. 6 cubes. Wow. Cheesing. That's what they would say in Hong Kong. It means crazy. All right. Capitalist class. Build a building. They can. If you build a luxury or 1A, 1B, doesn't apply. So it doesn't matter. So they build a building. The same thing again. They only build the ones they can, which is basically these 2, shopping mall or stadium. So industry with the fewest operation doesn't apply. Doesn't fulfill requirements for a trade union, doesn't apply. Luxury, yes, but then highest production. So that would be stadium. So they're going to build a stadium for 20. Okay, and they will hire all 3 of them. Once again, making the middle class super duper happy. But they are going to have a ton of salary to pay. Oh my goodness, so many wages. And they only have like 150. Okay, done. Nice for them. That is the end of the round again. So, get my cheat sheet. Production. First, the state. The state produces 6 health. It produces 6 education. It produces 4 influence. And then it pays money. So first, I forgot to put the cube there for the wage. I'm sorry. So I get 30. I think I'm going to get 60 in total, right? 30 and 60, yes. 60. Then middle class is also going to get 30. That's them. That is the capitalist class. First of all, they are going to produce. Nothing is produced here. So if I am not mistaken, because nothing happened there, I do get influence, right? Yeah, I get 1 influence. And normally I was supposed to remove this now. So actually I get 2 influence from this, and they don't produce. So these 2 don't produce. Then this one, so this is 6, 11, 15, plus 8, 23. 23, and I already have 2. So that's another 13, so that's 10 here. And then 12 over there. And then they spend 20 to buy storage to place their final one. Then here they produce 6, and here they also produce 12. Which is exactly what they need. But it did say whenever something is full, they will immediately buy storage. So they pay another 20 for more storage. All right, so all of that is done. These and then you get paid. So these do not get paid. Then here I get 30, goes back down to 20. So that's 30 and 50. No, 30 for me. That's it, just 30. So I give back 20. And for them, it is 20, 35, 55. This is going to be a payday. 55, 85. 85. 85. Oof. It's 80, 85. Yeah. Yes. No. This is 75. This is 80. This is 80. Once again, they're not going to get points here. It's 84. So 84. Then they take a loan. And then 1. And then 49. 2, 3, 4, 5. 49 is placed in their capital. 49. Okay. So that's their production. Then is their production. They're going to produce 4 health and 2 food. So 2 food and 4 health. And then they pay me $8. 8 for this. There we go. All right. Then my production, I just produce 1 influence. Oh yeah, 1 influence. That's it. So then we go over to cover needs. So first they cover their needs. They need to have 4 food. 2 is free and have to buy 2 extra food. Now they didn't produce any because of my strike. So we have to buy from the international market. So it's +5. So it's 15 for 1. So it's 30. So by striking at that company, I shot myself in the foot. So they pay 30 to get 2 food. And then I am going to have to pay 60. I pay 60 just to get 4 food. Because of the tariffs and the 15, so times 4 is 60. Ouch, that hurts. Okay, pay taxes then. So first they pay taxes, which at least now is less for them. Because once again, it's 2 plus 1 is only 3. So 3 for the amount of companies they have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 3 is 24. So 23, 24. And then normally they pay taxes based on their revenue, but there's nothing here, so they don't have to pay anything. For them, it is their number of companies times 3, so they just pay 6. And then income tax. So it is 2B and 3B. So 2B, 3B, well, actually, I'll show you here. 2B and 3B is 4 times the companies where they work in the public and capitalists. So 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they pay 20. So they get 30 back. Okay, then my tax is also 2B times 3B. So that's 4 times my population, which is 4, that's 16. So basically my income stays roughly the same. Well, no, it's a little bit more. It's 64. I keep going up. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. Elections. Refill the bag. So I still get 2 cubes. I still only get 2 cubes, I should say. Same for the middle class, because they only have 2 companies, but their population is there, so 2. They are going to get a lot. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They get 4 cubes. And then it's voting time. Voting time. La, 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 la. Okay, so we have, first it's me and the middle class against the capitalists. I really want to play as a capitalist, I gotta say. Okay, so let's see. For fiscal policy. Okay, it's a good start. It's it's done. It's a done deal. Okay, sadly it's another one of mine. So I get 3 points, so that's 15, and the middle class gets 1. And then, hup, this is now like that, which means these 3 companies become available for workers. So the public hospital, the public university, and the regional TV station are now available. Okay, then the next one, and these go away, of course. The next one we're voting on is the labor market. So it is basically flipped over. He is pro, but everybody else is against. So, okay, I think it's already a done deal. Definitely a done deal. At least get 1 blue, man, yeah. So these are gone. This one goes back in. So it stays the same. Next one is for me. Once again, it's the working class and the middle class against the capitalists. For the healthcare. That's good. But I need to have at least 1 red, please. Okay, 1 red, please. No. So I spend 1 influence. So I get the points. So I get 3 points. So that's 18. And they get 1. So nothing happens. Oh no, of course it happens. This moves forward. And then the tax goes back to 4. And healthcare is back to 5 points. 5 Vardis. So these go away. And these go back in the back. Next one is foreign trade. So that's 6A. What does the middle class want? Middle class wants 6B. So they're also against. So we're all against. Because 6A would make it more expensive to buy. I don't like that either. So basically he's for, we are against. We do not want him to change that at all. So here we go. Okay. Okay, interesting. Okay, interesting. Because now we do have to check. If I add, I have 5. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Spending influence when winning. Other side has more than needed to win. You draw X where X is difference plus 1. Because now the thing is, I can spend to win. Like I could spend 2. Right? But if I spend 2, only 2, and they eventually spend 1, and it's a tie, they win. So I have to decide if I spend 2 or 3. So I'm just going to spend... I'm just going to spend 2. I'm going to gamble that there's no icon. So let's see. Draw X where X is the difference... plus 1. Actually, no, I'll spend all of them. Let's see. So, because they're going to spend... they're going to flip 2 cards. Nothing and nothing. Oh, crap. I should just spend 2. All right. So we win and he loses. So this goes back in the bag and this all goes away. There goes my influence. Okay. And then the final election. Final election. So it is the middle class who is 4, but Me and the capitalists are against. So let's see what happens. I have no more influence. That is pretty bad. But that's good. Capitalists got this. Oh, it's a draw. No. Okay, it's okay. We won for sure. Yeah. But all these go away and this goes back. And it stays status quo. This goes back there. That's the elections done. And then, where's my cheat sheet? Here. Scoring phase. The middle class gets 1 prosperity if it's lower than the amount of companies, so no. And then I get 2 points for my 1 trade union. And then the capitalist class moves everything to the right and then gets points according to what they have. It's 25. So now they get 2 points, 3 and 3, so they get 8 points. So they're up to 16. And then we're ready for round 3. So time to go over the steps of the preparation. So move round marker, did that already. Pay interest on loans, so they have to pay 5. Here we go. All right, then draw prosperity, -1 and -2. Then draw action cards. So my new 5 cards will be, this is the first one, labor market deregulation. If 2C is into effect, but it's not, assign any number of unemployed workers. Okay, I can do that already. But if 2C is in effect, I can also do ones that are already assigned. All right, but that's not going to happen. That's number 1. Number 2, migration. If you have at least 4 unemployed workers, remove up to 2 of them. Get 5 Vardis for each unskilled worker. So we've seen that already. Number 3, reveal political scandal. Take 2 from another player. That might be useful later on. Number 4, specialization. Place a skilled worker of your choice from the supply in the unemployed workers area. Then assign to 3. That's really good. 7B, 7C. That still applies. Good. 4. 5, interest groups. Reveal voting cubes from the bag until you reveal 3 cubes of other classes. Replace them with your voting cubes and return all revealed cubes back to the bag. Oh, I love this. All right. That is very cool. There's definitely several good cards in there. So that's the action cards. Reveal new companies. So these 2 go away, which I'm happy about because I don't want him to get any influence. Oh, let's see what happens here though. Medical village. University. Oh, radio station. And automated grain farm. This might really come out though. Here, it's only the ones that are not built yet. So fast food restaurant goes away. The type of industry actually, and then the new one is PR agency. Okay, interesting. All right, so that's done. New business deal, that stays the same. So the new business deal is this: 4 food and 8 luxury. And then we also have the new export card, which is this one. Food is really good here. Okay, and then we have get new workers and adjust population. So 2 basic ones, and then plus another basic one. And then we have 1 regular. And then 1 of the choice. So they are going to go for, could be any of them, honestly. But I think they'll go for, let's see. So first is agricultural, then education. So they're going to go for education. Education, there we go. Done. And then they also draw 1 card, which will be another education. Okay. So chances are they're going to build that. Okay. That is then done. Adjust population. So +3 for them, they're at 17. And +3 for me, I'm also at 17. So I'll just count myself just in case. 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, 14, 17. And then myself. 3, 4, as basically 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13, 16, yeah. Okay. All right, so then we can start the new round. Okay, so these have become available, so I could potentially put people there. I like place a skilled worker of your choice from the supply and then assign up to 3 workers. That means that I could try to create a new trade union. Yeah. So if I do that, at the moment, I could do it for the influence, the media over there. That seems pretty easy because I already have 3 there. So media would be easy. I can actually also just swap it out, this one for this one. And isn't swapping out a free action anyway for me? I think so. I should have done that earlier, actually. Yeah. So this one has a free action, goes here, actually. Okay. So now, well, it doesn't make a difference, honestly. But still, you know, as the only place where that happens. Yeah. Okay. So if I do this guild thing, then I can, because let's see, I have education here, but that's only 2. Agriculture here, that's only 2. And then actually it's only here where I have 3, so I should definitely go for that one. So I'm going to play specialization, so this card, right? So I'm going to take a media person, put it here, and then I can assign up to 3, so these 2. And then this one will come here. Done. And my salary will be, of course, average, but still 20, that's fine. So now I could get later on a media union guy. Okay, done. Middle class. Okay, buy goods. Education is sold by the state at half price this turn, rounded up. So, but they buy goods for free first. So sadly, it doesn't matter because they're going to buy their own. They're going to buy their own healthcare. So they buy healthcare for free, and then it's not enough yet. So they need to buy more. So they're going to buy 1 healthcare somewhere else to get up to 5. So this is 10. Oh, they're supposed to go back to the middle. Yeah, because of the voting. So this is 8, but the state is 5. So they're going to spend $5, 5 Vardis to get 1 health. And then they will use that health to give themselves 3 points. So that's 21. And also a new worker comes out, a gray worker. Yeah. Okay, so that's their turn. Capitalist class. Special action. Is it 6A or 6B? Yes. Add 2 voting cubes to the back for each company you own in the agricultural one. So they only have 1, luckily. So they just add 2 cubes. If it had been 6A, then it would have also been luxury, and that would have been horrible. It would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cubes. It's too much. Luckily, that didn't happen. All right. So they don't have any extra action, I believe. I'm going to double check. Because their extra action is adjust prices or wages, is not going to happen. Give bonus, buy storage, no. Receive benefits, pay off loan, no, no, no. All right, my turn then. All right, so this is more difficult. There's a lot of stuff that I can't use. So I'm just going to do labor market deregulation. Basically, it helps me assign workers, but I'm not going to assign any workers. So I'm just going to use this to buy resources, basically. So I have a lot of money. Education is only 5, and I want education. I can buy it from 2 sources, from here and from there. So, because it gets me more trade unions. But then healthcare is also necessary because I need to have an extra worker to switch to the one that I need. So I think I'll start with healthcare, because the gray worker will not be taken by anybody else. So I'll get rid of labor market deregulation and I will buy healthcare from the state. So it's 5 times 5, so that's 25. So I get 1 back. And that's all. I'm not going to buy healthcare anywhere else. I'm not going to use that healthcare for 3 points. So that's 23. Get 1 population. Oh, no. Yes. And 1 population, and that's it. Yes. Okay. Actually, no. I say get 3. It's actually an extra point because I went to 2. So I get 4. All right. Then we move on to the middle class. I wonder if I moved this guy. I don't think I did, so I should get an extra point. Okay, middle class, yeah. If you assign workers this turn, you may assign to B, that's in effect, any number of unemployed workers. So they're going to assign workers. So can they? They can. So assigning workers here says most unemployed workers assigned, but that is always here. It's only there, so it doesn't really matter. I don't really have to read anything else because it's going to be education over here. So hup. There we go. And that's it. They don't have anything extra they do, so that is it. Okay. And then the capitalists, they're going to vote on taxation again. They want to lower it even more. If you propose a bill this turn, call for an immediate vote without spending influence. Okay, so it's an immediate vote for them. So, but once again, they'll have heavy resistance because they are for, but we are all against. So let's see. Two, 1. He's got 1 influence, so he can't spend something. Oh wow, 4-1. Yeah, what a landslide victory. So this goes back, these go away. Okay, so he wins and is immediately in effect. So he gets 3 points. So that's 19. And taxes are now just 1. And these are 0. They don't even count. So taxes at 1. Wow. Okay. Wow. I'm kind of shocked, actually. Because this means these are valued 0. So, yeah. Wow, well done, capitalists. Okay, my turn then, because they don't do anything else. Let's see. I think I'm going to do the reveal voting cubes. I should do it at the end, probably. Now I should buy this stuff. So I'm going to get rid of my cooperative farm because I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. So the cooperative farm goes away, and I'm going to buy education for 25. Yeah, 25 from the state. So 25 for 5 education, which I then don't use yet. So that's, if I use it next turn and then assign, I can get my second trade union. That's my plan. Okay. Middle class. Sell to here. They have nothing to sell. Doesn't matter. Buy goods. They do have enough here. So the usual, it is they go first for the free. There's nothing free. If you have 3 or more unskilled workers, no. The cheapest, including combinations from 2 sources. So the cheapest is either it's going to be education for sure, because health they don't want to do. So they're going to buy education. So they'll buy 3 from the state first for 15. So 15. And they need to buy 2 more from here for 16. All right, and then they will spend their education. to go up 1, so 2 points. And then they can change this one into a skilled worker. And then they have to do one that they don't have yet. So in this case, it can be either. So then we have to check. And that would be education, healthcare, no, luxury. So blue. Okay. And that's done. Capitalists, sell. Okay, they're definitely going to sell. Let's see what they can do. Okay, they can do each only once though. So they're going to sell 5 here for 30. Then they're going to sell 3 for 20. Right here. Then they will sell healthcare 2 for 15. Then they will sell education, all of it, because I have 10 left, all of it for 70. There we go. All right, that is, get an additional 5 for each transaction you perform. Sorry, so it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Wow, talk about a boost in revenue. And they don't do anything else for now. Then it's my turn again. So now is a point where I use my education. I get 4 points for my prosperity. So that puts me on 29. And I get to change 1, which I'll change to purple, media. So this one goes away. And then I can assign workers. But it comes back to the same problem. Do I want to spend 1 just to... Well, it is points. So I will throw away migration. No, I don't. Actually, I don't. I don't think anyone's going to use it. Well, I'm just going to gamble it. Because I am going to do add voting cubes to the bag equal to your population. Should I do it now? But I haven't voted on anything. I don't have any polls. So it seems a bit... silly. No one has voted on anything yet, actually. No, I'm going to keep my voting stuff. Let's see. You know what? I am going to vote. I'm going to assign workers, sorry. I'm going to assign workers here because that's going to get me 2 influence. And the other blue guy, he goes nowhere because there's nowhere for him to go. Yeah, seems a bit of a waste, but you know. Okay, middle class, they're going to vote now. Immigration. If you propose a bill this turn, add 2 voting cubes to the bag first. So immigration, are they happy with immigration? That's the biggest question. Middle class wants it at 7A, so they are not happy. So we'll put it here, and they add 2 cubes to the bag. Done. All right, they do nothing else. Then it is middle class. Oh, what am I doing? Middle class, capitalist, sorry. Also voting. Taxation. Oh, they don't do that because they like it. Foreign trade. Foreign trade, they want to have 7C. Huh? Foreign trade, sorry, this is 6A. So I'll try this again. If you propose a bill this turn, add 2 voting bags to the... Oh, same thing. Also 2 cubes. Okay. My turn then. That's interesting. I think I'll do interest groups because there's not much else I can do. I can strike, of course, to try to get some more money, but I don't think I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to do interest groups, reveal voting cubes from the bag until you reveal 3 cubes of other classes, and then replace them. So I'm already going to replace them by 3. So they're here. So let's see. 1, no. 2, yes. 3, yes. Yes. Okay, so all these go back in and these go out. All right, so then middle class. Build a building. They can. If you build a non-media company this turn, pay 4 Vardas less. Then get a storage for the resource produced by that company. That's nice. But let's see, because they have to adhere to the criteria. So first of all, unemployed working class worker available to fill its slots. So they can too, electronic store and private school. Requires middle class workers only. No, when it's ignored. Fewest operational companies is the same. Healthcare, so it's education first. So they're finally going to build hub education. That costs 20. And so I'll put the wage there anyway. Maybe I'll later put someone there. And it says here, pay 4 less. So actually they get 4 back. And get this, which I actually don't have space for. So I'll just put it here and then put more on top. Okay, that's it. That's our turn. And the final turn of the capitalist class. Wow, that was far. 1A, 1B. Yes. If you build a luxury or agricultural company this turn, half its cost is paid by the state. Wow. So let's see which building they build. Okay, unemployed workers available. Wow, no one. So automated. It becomes automated. Okay, so they build the automated grain farm. So that comes here. Automated grain farm. So they pay, if it's agricultural, so 12 run it. So they pay 12. The state pays 12. And they pay 13. So I get 2 back. There we go. All right. There's no extra action here either. Because they pay back loans when they have money in their capital. Not there. That's correct. Okay, so let's do the end of round stuff again. Produce. So the state produces 6 health. The state also produces 10 education. And it already has 3, 6, 8, and it's 6 plus production. So 6 plus 3 is 9 plus 4. You can only have 13. The moment it has 3, 6, 8, and it would produce 7. So it can only have 13, right? Yeah. So it only gets 5. Okay. Yes. Then they pay, of course. So first that's 30. That is 50. 80 for me. 80. And then 20. 50 for the middle class. Okay. Their production is done. Then it is the capitalist class. So they will produce 6 food. They will produce 6 health. They will produce 8, is it? Yeah. 8, 13, 17, 23. 23, but there's no way they can keep all that. So 23, they can have 11, they can have 19, basically. Everything else is wasted. So So that's 10, 11, 12, and then 7, 8, 12. And then they produce 6, 12 education. Okay. Then they have to pay. Sorry, that's going to be something else. Okay, to me, they pay 20, 40, 60. Oh, just 60 to me. That's still doable, right? 60. To the middle class, they have to pay a lot. That is 20, 35, 65, 85. So this is 85. But they'll get some stuff back because of the food, for sure. All right, so that is their production done. Then it is the middle class that produces. They produce 2 education. They produce 4 healthcare. They produce 2 food. And then they have to pay. So they'll pay me 8, 16. So they get back 4. Okay. Then I produce 2 influence. Yeah, I'm really happy they're not producing any influence whatsoever. Okay, so that's done. Then cover needs. So they're going to pay for food first. They have 2 free already, and then need to buy 4 more. They're going to buy from here for 48. So there'll be 2 left. So for 48. So this is 40. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now it's my turn. I have to buy food as well. Here it's going to cost me 15. But first I'm going to buy 2 here for 24. So I still need to buy 3. And those 3 will come from here, which is 45. Okay. All right. So that's the needs done. Pay taxes. All right. First of all, here. The tax is at the moment at 1 only. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 they pay. They just pay 9. Poor states. It's not looking good. And then it is 3C for the corporate tax. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 36, 6, 26, 31, 36, 56, 76, 81. So 81 means they pay 10. They pay 10 only. All right. Taxes for the middle class is 3 times 1. So that's 3. And then just 3C times 2B, which is 4 times the workers they have. So here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 4, so it's 24. At least they get some money from there. And then it's me, so 3C times 2B is 4 times my population is 5, so I have to pay 20. Okay, look at us keeping the state alive. All right, then elections, refill the bag. So I have 3 cubes because it's 5 divided by 2 rounded up. So 3 cubes to the bag for me. They have 6, so it's also 3 for yellow. And for them, it's 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4.5 rounded up. So they get 5 cubes. Because that compensates for their lack of influence. And then we do the voting process. So it is going to be this one again. Because I'm pretty sure that 7A is only 6A is only wanted by them. 6C and 6B, 6A. So yeah. So let's see who wins. Okay, 1-1. Whoa, 3-1. There's a problem. 3-2. So I can tie. I can win if he doesn't spend it. Or I can let him win and he has 3 points, but at least, and then this will go away. And this will be very expensive for me. So I don't like that. So I'm gonna spend my 2 influence. Because he says if he's winning, other side has exact needed to win, draw 1. So he's going to see if he's going to spend 1 or not. So let's see. He spends 1. No! So he spends his influence. So it's 4 against 4, which means he wins. Now I don't get my influence back. Sadly, I don't get it back, but my cubes go back in the bag at least. And he gets 3 points. And this is immediately into effect, so this is now very expensive. And this goes away. There's no more deals. All right, that was not successful. Okay, so then 7A, and I think it's the same thing again. I think this only is good for them. Yeah. So, although I could say less people is good, but I kind of want to have more people because it kind of works to my advantage, I feel. So I'm going to be saying that I don't agree either. I don't want it to change. So let's see. But there's no influence. Nobody has influence. So whatever is the outcome is the outcome. 1-1. 2-2. Wow. Boom. Oh, they win. Oh my God. This removed. This goes back. So I get 3 points. And then no more immigration. No more immigration. Wow. So nationalism, baby. Okay. They're so nationalists, both of these. Sheesh. Okay. But once again, they don't give points at the end of the game, okay? All right, so that's done. Then check trade union, scoring phase. Okay, so I'll just use my cheat ones for that. All right, so capitalist class, scoring phase. Everything moves here, so that's, I'll just do it. This is 3, 4, 5. This is just 1. This is 60, that's 80. So we have 5, 10, 91. So it goes up to here. So that's 4 points, 4 points, 7, 10 points. So it goes from 22 to 32. All right, then middle class. During the scoring phase, if your prosperity is lower than your buildings, it is. So you gain 1 prosperity. Okay, and then for me, it is just 2 points for my trade unions. So I have 2, so I get 4. So 33. Okay. Then next round, round 4. Pay interest on loans. So 5 for them. They still can't pay the loan, by the way, because they don't have 100 here. Draw prosperity, so -1 and -2. draw action cards. So my 5 action cards will be Cooperative Farm, we already know that one. State Scholarship, buy education from the state, up to your population, paying half the costs, rounded up. 5B, 5C, so that's usable. Number 3, propose 2 bills. Number 4, public sector overtime. Choose an operational public company. The state pays its workers' wages and performs the production for that company. You may then buy goods and services from the state of the type produced by that company. That's pretty nice. And then one more. Fake news. Draw 6 voting cubes from the bag, remove up to 4 of them, and return the rest to the bag. I think this is going to be a political turn because I still have add voting cubes to the bag equal to your population and take 2 influence from another player. But the other players have no influence, so I guess that doesn't really matter. Good cards though, good cards. Okay, reveal new companies, so these 3 go away. So now we have a clinic, publishing house, Institute of Technology, and a hotel. And these 2 stay because they don't have it yet. And a training center is added. All right, then new business deal, that doesn't happen. And then export cards. So here we go. Get new workers. So it's just for me 2 gray and nothing else. And then for them, it is 1 gray and then 1 of the thing they don't have yet. But in this case, it would be a PR agency because they have this one already. Done. Okay. Adjust population. So both of us have 2. So I'm at 19. And they are at 20. There we go. Wow. Okay. I think at this moment I could actually... Oh, I can't do it yet. I thought I could do a demonstration, but I can't because there's some spots left over. Okay, so my turn. The thing is, I don't have anywhere where I can actually get another trade union because too many of those are covered up. Like I have 2 here in education, but that's the only place where I have anyone. I can get a 3rd there, but that's it. I have 1 here in agriculture, 2 here is 3, but I'm missing a 4th. So I'm missing the possibility of doing that. If they build an electronics store, then I only have 1 as well. So that doesn't work either. Yeah, it's not good for more. So I think I'm just going to focus on the voting. So I'm going to start with proposing 2 bills. And those bills should be ones that will get me points, of course. So I'm going to go for these 2 because I feel they don't come up a lot. These come up a lot more. So I'm going to go for these and the hope, well, it doesn't matter if they come up a lot. Well, then they won't steal them back later on, is what I'm thinking. Actually, no. I'm going to go for this because it's really good for me. And I think taxation. No, I'll go here. Yeah. Okay, sure, fine. All right, propose 2 bills. That's the only thing I'm going to do then, is it? Yeah, for now. I think I'll do health care instead. Okay, but I can't go back now. Okay, buy. A public education company with your workers does a production first. So I think this is similar to extra shift criteria. So it says here, use the following criteria to narrow down a set of options until only 1 remains, excluding media companies. Space is available in your storages to store what will be produced. I think that just applies to just about anything. has 2 middle class workers. So that is actually only this one. So it has to be education. So it produces 4. So it's here because you don't get it, right? But they do get the money. So they do get 20 from the state. Okay. And then we'll see what they buy. So first free, and they avoid this. So they're gonna do this. So it's 2 for free, of course. And then they want to have 4 more, which they'll get from the state for 20. So basically what was just produced, they just buy. And then those 6 will be spent. So they get 2 points. And they can train a worker. And in this case, it will be, I think, let's see. Needed by companies in your market, okay. Needed by companies for which there are enough other workers to build or make them. So that's everybody. Oh no, actually we don't have this one. So yeah, this one. All right, cool. Done. That's their turn done. And then capitalists, special action. If you have any companies that could get a gear, they can. If it's not the final round, it's not. Pay 20 to get a gear, so a machine, and pay 25 more if you can. So they can. So they're gonna pay 45 to get 2 gears. And then the question is, where do they place it? But they have a card for that. Place machinery criteria. So none of your other companies in that industry have one. That's everything. Agriculture and then luxury. So the supermarket, I guess. And then luxury should be the one that produces the most, which will be the stadium. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. So done. All right, and then it's my turn. So let's see. I'm going to draw 6 voting cubes from the bag, remove up to 4 of them, and return the rest of the bag. So 2. I'm hoping it's not too many of mine. Come on. Oh, come on. 2 more. Oh, come on. Ah, so annoying. All right, done. Their turn. Okay, 1A, 1B. 1B is in effect. If you build a company this turn, the state pays its cost. Oh, wow. So they're going to definitely build a company. But the question is, which one? All right, so requires unemployed working class worker available. Yes. Middle class workers only. That will be these 2. Industry with the fewest operational. That will be a PR agency. The PR agency is being funded by the state. So 20. They're acting like they have so much money. So these 2, I guess I should probably check assign which middle workers. So it should be first media and then luxury. So yeah, luxury is there. That's good. Okay, cool. That's done. I'm sure they're happy with that. Then it is the capitalists. They're gonna vote the labor market, but I'm already there. Taxation, they like it already, so they don't vote. Building, they will build. Yeah, sure, they have the money and they have the space as well. So what are they gonna build? Company criteria. I think they'll build a hotel with my guy. I should have, oh yeah, it's okay, because I couldn't have signed him anyway, it doesn't matter. So, unemployed workers available, yes, that would be the hotel. and the publishing house. That's the only one. Industry with the fewest available. So it's going to be the publishing house then. Yeah. So publishing house. Put it here. These three come here. But at least it'll give me 25 Vardis, which is pretty good. And they have to pay, of course, 12 only. So they get 8 back. All right, that's it. My turn. So, I think at this point, I could get a worker, so I can put... I have 3 more turns. So one could be buy healthcare and boost it. Another one could be buy education and change that worker. And the third one could be assign that worker. Or it could be voting cubes, actually. Yeah. Let's start with the public sector overtime, maybe. Yeah. Choose an operational public company. The state pays its worker wages and performs the production for that company. You may then buy goods and services from the state of the type produced by that company. So I just check whoever pays the highest. This is 30. Sure, there's nothing higher. So this one produces 6 health. It's 9, so 6, 12. Yeah. Can only produce 3. And then I can buy, but I get 30 though for my work. And then I can buy. It is 5, and I need to have 6, so I pay 30 to get 6, which I then immediately spend. So I get 4 points plus 2, so 6 points, 39. And a unskilled worker is added. There we go. Okay, then it is the middle class. Buy goods to B2C, yes. If you buy goods and services this turn, the state first gives you 2 Vardis for each of your employed workers in public or capitalist companies. Very nice. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. 28 Vardis. 25, 26, 27, 28. I'm going to hold it because they're probably going to spend it anyway. First, they're going to buy free. In this case, it is healthcare. So they have 4 already, which means they just have to pay an extra 2 from the state for 10. So they give 10 back to the state. And they buy 2 healthcare, which they'll immediately spend anyway. And that will give them 3 points plus 2, so 5 points. So 33, and an unskilled worker. All right, did I add it here? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to count. I'm sorry. So that's done. Okay. Thank you, states. Capitalists, taxation. So, no. Labor market, no. It's good that I blocked it. And also, they would have proposed more bills. Build a building. They can, I think, they have more than enough money. So the building they're going to build is Institute of Technology is the only one they can build. Oh no, they can't mix people. So they can't build anything. So no building. They're going to sell. Finally, they're going to sell. Okay, food, they have nothing. Okay, 12 for 85. So this is just, is this 12? 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. So 12 for 85. Yeah, 85, all right. Then education, 10 for 50. Yeah, 10 for 50. And then healthcare, they have 7, so they only sell 5 for 40. There you go. That's done. My turn. So now I'm going to do state scholarship by education from the states up to your population, so 6, paying half the cost rounded up. So I buy 6, which is normally 30, but I only pay 15. So 4. Yeah, so I have 6. I pay 15. And then, let's see. Because I can't really do anything with the changed worker if it does happen. Although I could swap him and then he could get assigned there. So yeah, let's do that. So I will spend the 6 because it means I have 3 people in education. I'm slowly getting there then. Slowly. Okay, so I spend 6. So prosperity is 5, so I get 5 points. So it's 44. And this guy becomes a teacher, just like me. All right, done. Nothing else I can do because that was my extra action already. Then it is the middle class. They're going to sell. They have nothing to sell. They're going to build a building. They can. So their building company criteria is basically the only thing they can build is this. So it's going to be this training center. So I'm going to have to put this deck of cards somewhere else out of view. So I have to reach over a lot more, but okay. Training center for these 2. And that costs 16. There we go. All right. Another building for them. Capitalists. A building. They definitely can build a building. But they don't have no people, so they can't build a building. Voting, foreign trade. Now, foreign trade, I think they won that last time, isn't it? Foreign trade is 6. They would like to have 6A. It's already 6A. So it's definitely not that. Healthcare, I blocked that. So that's not happening either. So then they're going to sell again, which they can, because they can sell 12 again for 85. Oh, there's too much here, actually. There's too much here. So 12 for 85 again. Healthcare, not enough. Education, not enough. Okay, so that's it. This was still valid because it was 4 and 8. If you can only do 1, you're not allowed to sell to the market. My turn. So at this point, I'm going to add voting cubes to the bag equal to my population because I want to actually try to win this. So I'm going to add 6 to the bag. 2, 4, 6. Which is a lot. All right, then middle class. Don't mess it up for me, please. Building. They cannot build a building. Sell, they cannot sell. Buy goods, they can buy goods. They buy free first and no, so then they buy the cheapest, which will be education because that's first. Yeah, so they'll buy 4 from the states for 20. And then they buy the remaining 3 they need from here, which is 24. Oh, they buy 2 from here. Oh, but they can't buy education from anywhere else. So no, they don't do that. They can't buy it. So they give that back. That was 20, right? So they can't buy that. Can they buy health up to 7? They cannot. They can buy luxury from them. So they buy luxury at 8. 8 times 7 is 56. They don't have 56. 45, no. So they're not doing that either. Food, they're also not buying because it's 20. So they're not buying goods. Assigning workers, there's no one to assign. So Oh, but wait, if you build a company this turn, assign a skilled one from the supply. Oh, they can just do this. I'm sorry, they can build a building. So this one, yeah. So they'll build electronics hub for 20. Excusez-moi, that was a mistake. All right. So that's done. No, it was not a mistake because it's 7B or 7C and it is not active now. So they get their 20 back. Oh, this does not get built. So they don't assign special action. Sell up to 6 healthcare. Nope. So they'll just add 3 to the bag. Yeah, because it's 7A. There's no immigration. All right, so that was them, right? Yeah, so now is the capitalists. Don't mess up my plan, please. They're gonna sell again, and they can sell it again. 12, is it? Yeah, another 12 for another 85. Oh, my goodness. Here, have 90 and give back a 5. You know what? Here's 100. 100. Okay. If you sell to the foreign market, sell up to 6 for 10 each first. Oh, actually, yeah. So if they sell 60, I think they'll sell 4 for 40 and then 8 for 85. So that would be 95 instead of 85. So they get 10 extra. Okay, done. And then it's finished again. So let's do the production phase. Produce goods and services. So the state produces healthcare, which is 6. They produce education, which is 6 and 4, so that's 10. There we go. They don't produce influence because it's already maxed out. And then they pay. So it is 30 for me, 50, 80 for me, 40, 50, 60, 80. Uh-oh, they're going to be in trouble, I think. So, 80. I'm taking too much. So 80. And then for the middle class, it's 30 and 20. So it's 50. 30, 40, 50. Wait, 30, 40, 50, yeah. 50. That's done. Then it is the capitalists they're going to produce. So once again, it is 8, 13. Well, this is a gear. So it's actually 11, 16, 20, 26. 26. So 12. So that's 14 left. 12. That's 2 left. All right, that's 26. Then they produce 6 and 6. They produce 12. Education. So there's still 2 left here, right? So I have 10 here and 2 here. Then they produce 4 plus 1, 5 plus 2, 7. 7 food. And then healthcare, they produce 6. And then their newly made company here will produce 3 influence, which is annoying because that means he'll be able to use it to try and stop me. All right, then he pays pays salary. So to me, he'll pay 20, 40, 60, 85. Yeah, that influence is going to cost you, dude. 85. Thank you very much. You give that 100 to me. No, 85, 50, 85. Thank you. And then the middle class will get 20, 35, 55, 85. Give the 100 to them, get 15 back. All right, so that's their salaries paid. Then it is the middle class who's going to produce, and suddenly they produce 6 education. Because suddenly they have a lot more companies. They too produce 3 influence, which is really annoying because together they can spend 6 influence. Ugh. They also produce 3 food and also 4 healthcare. Okay, I produce 2 influence. Okay, then I think that's it. Production-wise, yes. Oh, they have to pay. Sorry, I have to pay 8.16 to me. So that's 15.16. Okay, done. Now that is the goods and services. Cover needs. So they have to pay 7 food. So they pay 3 already for free. And then they have to buy 4 from here. So that's 12. That's 48. So they give 100. So they get back 52. 40, 50. And then exchange this. So 52. Oops. 52. Then I have to buy food. So I need 6. So I'll buy 6 from them at the rate of 12. So that's 72. And I have to pay 50, 72. Oh my God, so much food. Okay, the needs have been covered. Then we have pay taxes. So the taxes at the moment are still at 1. So it's really sad for the state. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here you go. Have some peanuts. And then they have 20. Oh, that's 50, right? 50, 70, 90, 190, 210, 230, 280, 290, 295. Is that correct? Let me check. 170, 190, 200, 260, 280, 90, 95. Yeah. So that means 40 only. Oh, if it was 3A, it would have been 100. So 40 only. So 50, get 10 back. They're going to jump super high on this. They're going to get a ton of points. Okay, and then middle class. So they have 5 times 1, so 5. And then, depending on how many people work here, so it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3C to B, 6 times 4, 24. That's 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, and then my turn. 3C to B is 4 times my population, is 24 as well. 24. I get 1 back. Okay, done. So tax is done. Elections, refill the bag. So I now have 6 populations, so 3 cubes. Same thing there, also 3. No, 7 is enough. They get 4 because they have more population than me. They have 21. Do they really though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, 21. Yeah. All right, so then these guys, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so 5. Okay, I do think I have more cubes, but yeah, we'll see. All right, let's vote. First one is labor market, me against the world. But they have 6 influence they can use, and I only have 2. So, first 2. Whew, good start. Oh, that's bad. I lost already. Yeah, for sure. So, now I add their influence together because they will help each other. So they have 6. Okay, they have 6. So, spending influence when winning. All right. Other side has more influence needed to win. That's true. But difference is only 1 though. So draw X where X is difference plus 1. I think it works like that. Three, 2, 1. So draw X where X is difference plus 1. But X is actually the amount, is equal to the amount of influence that you have. Is it? So I have 2, but I can go up to 4. So the difference is 1. So difference plus 1. So they draw 2 cards to see if, because they only need to spend 2 influence to win, right? If they spend 2 influence, they win. Yeah, because they need to have, if I spend all of it, they need to spend 2 to win. So, but I guess that applies to, oh, why is there 1 here? But I guess that applies to both of them, that each of them would spend 2 to win. Although they say when there's multiple ones, you add them together, but, because the Automas are together, it's chosen at random whose deck is drawn from. Right, so since I'm shuffling this, we'll shuffle from this deck, draw from this deck. I think that's easiest. So they're going to draw 2 cards to see if they spend anything or not. Now the question is, do I want to spend 1 or 2 or none at all? Because I can choose not to spend 1 at all and then hope they waste their influence. I'm going to go for it because it would be really nice if the salaries are maximum. I already have a lot of money though. Maybe I don't even need it. I don't think I need it. I'm not gonna spend anything and hope they do. Nothing. 1. So now it has to be randomly decided which one of them spends it. So I'm gonna take this coin. Okay, so heads is gonna be middle class, tails is gonna be capitalist. Okay, so heads was middle class, right? So they spend it. So they win, obviously. These go out, and my 2 go back in the bag. And then it's basically, we do it again. Because I am the one who wants to increase healthcare and benefits. So, oh my God, come on. I think I've lost again, for sure. I have so many cubes in there. Oh, oh my goodness. Yeah, 1. So these 4 win. Yay. This goes away. All right. There's no point in checking the things because it was 4-1. I would have lost anyway. So nothing changes during the election. Yay, that was not fun. All right. Then it is scoring phase. I get 4 points. So that's 48. If this is lower than the amount of companies, it is. So they get +1 and 4 points. Actually, they should have gotten points before as well. So they then went from 2 to 3. So they should have gotten 7 points already. So that's 40. Okay. And then we have the capitalists. We move everything to the right and then check. So this is 4. This is 5. This is 10. Just trying to order it a little bit to make it easier to count. This 100. This is 200. This is 60, 70, 75, 80, 284. 284. So they jump to here. So that is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 28 points. Whoa, 28 points. That's 60. Boom. Hello. Suddenly they have so much money. But I still have the loan they have to pay off, but still, that'll get paid off now, actually. All right. So then, last round. Ding, ding, ding. The fact that they were able to sell so much this round, boom, 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 85, 85, 85, was huge. Really huge. And they have a lot of stuff again that they could possibly sell. So 3, 2, 1. Okay. Pay interest on loans. Yeah, pay your 5 farthest. Drop prosperity. So I'm down to 4. They are down to 3. Draw action cards. So my 5 cards, I hope they are good for the bills because I have a lot of cubes in there, you know. Supplemental income program. Thought that was pretty good, if I'm not mistaken. Get 1 voters from the states for each of your employed workers. You may then buy goods and services. That's pretty good, yes. It says 2B, 2C. That applies. It says number 1. Number 2, general strike. You perform a strike and I can add 2 more because I have 2 trade unions. That's very good. Labor market deregulation. Assign any number of unemployed workers. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Public sector overtime. Choose an operational public company. The state pays its workers' wages and performs. Oh, that's nice as well. Okay. All right. And then the last one. Pay 20 to the capitalist class, gain 5 points, or pay 10 to the middle class and gain 3 points. Okay. Affordable housing. Nice. All right. So those are my 7 cards. Cooperative farm will not be used for sure. Okay, that's done. Reveal new companies. So these go away. 4 new ones. So we have pharmaceutical company, hospital, automated dairy farm, and fast food chain. And then they will just have 2, medical laboratory and regional radio station. All right. The business deal does not happen. The export card does. There we go. And get new workers. So it's very simple for me. 2 gray ones. For them, it is 1 unskilled and then 1 skilled. That's going to be a blue one because they don't have a blue company yet. A media company. All right, it's also done. Adjust population. So +3 for me. +2 for me, so 21, and +2 for them, so 23. I think we're both at 7, right? Yeah, both at 7. And it's not going to go any higher than that. Now, because we're in the final round, some things do not happen. So, where is it? The Automas final round. An Automa does not propose any, oh no. Okay, nothing happens. It does not propose any bills for policy 7, immigration, because it doesn't happen anymore. Will only do it for 6 if it can call for an immediate vote. So basically it'll check first if it can. If not, it ignores it. In the election phase, the AI card pile will be left with only 5 cards in it, potentially. But you can also shuffle the discard pile, okay? And all Automas spent all of their influence in the last round. Okay. All right, good that we know that. So I think it's then time for me to start the final round. I'm definitely going to perform a strike, but before I do that, I need to see if I can get some more trade unions. I can get my orange guy here, but then I'd still don't have enough in education. I only have 3 people in education. I can't make them fire people, so there's nothing I can do there. Media, I've got a lot. education only 3, luxury, I think I don't have anyone. Yeah, and agriculture, I have like what 3 as well. So I need them to build stuff. So of course I could put people out and hope that they'll use them to build it. At the moment, they would build this for me, a fast food chain, which would be nice because then I can get agriculture. So, but I also want points and maybe more people. I don't know if more people would help me. Well, more people would maybe increase the chances of them building it for me. So what I'm going to do is this one, supplemental income program. Get 1 Vardis from the state for each of your employed workers. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm going to double check again because otherwise it means this is not correct. It's supposed to be 22. So let's try it again. 1, 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, 14, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22. It's supposed to be 22. Okay, 22 then. It doesn't matter. So 19. I get 19 Vardis. So I just get 20, give back 1. And then I can buy services. I'm going to go for healthcare because it's more points. And I can buy 7 from them. Well, I have to buy, I guess, 35. 35. So that is 7. And then I'm going to buy... I can buy 4 from them. Well, yeah. I know I'm helping them, but yeah, I'll buy 7 from them as well for 56. 56. All right, and then I will spend 7 to get 5 plus 2, so 7 points. So that's 55. And a worker enters here, plus 1, so 23. All right, that's my turn. Here we go. Ah, wrong deck. Foreign trade, build a building, which they can. 1A, 1B. 1B, yes. If you build a company, the state pays its cost. Oh my goodness, Jesus. All right, so unemployed working class worker able to fill its slots. So, yeah, the electronics store. So it's going to be that one anyway, because everything else cannot be built. So this will be built for 20, but the state pays. So that's it. And this one will come here. I put this here in case one time later on I might have a worker there, although I doubt it. So they don't do anything else. All right. Capital class. They're going to sell. Oh, they always love doing that. 10 for 70. So this is 2. Oh, this is just 10. Well, so I'll try that. 10 for 70, yeah. They're going to win just because of this. So that's done. Education, 8 for 50. So that's 2, 7, 8 for 50. Food, they have only 1. So they're not doing anything. Healthcare, they have only 1. So nothing then. At least I stopped them from getting money there. All right, so that's their turn done. If you sell to the foreign market, sell up to 6 for 10 first. Oh, actually, yeah. So they can sell an additional 6. So it's 4, 5, 6 for another 60. Sheesh, look at all the money. And also their extra turn, they'll pay off their loan because they have more than 100 in their capital. So they pay 50 to pay off the loan. All right, my turn. So, boom, boom, boom. I can put someone here, but that's it. I can change one of those into a doctor and then get the public hospital as well, but I don't really want that. I need them to build something so I can react to that. Boom, boom, boom. I think I'm going to perform a strike. Yeah, I'll perform a... Well, no, because maybe I can add more people to it later on. I think I'll take 2 influence from another player. Yeah, take 2 influence from another player. But I'm going to have to put bills then. It's also a turn. I really need to plan. If I pay them 20 for 5 points, that might blow up in my face, actually. Not if I strike 2. So I need to strike for sure. Then I can pay 20. I need to buy more education. So I can use this too. Assign any number of unemployed workers. But then, let's see. Because normally if I do a demonstration, right, then it is the amount of open spaces plus 2, is it? Let's see. Assign the number of available worker slots for your class by at least 2. So at the moment for my class, there is 1, 2 spots, 4 spots, and I have 4, so I cannot demonstrate for sure. I don't think that's a feasible plan. I could get public sector overtime. That would give me 8 points again, but also put it up to 8 and then have to buy food, which is crazy expensive at the moment. Because I'm just going to give him almost 100 then. But then I can just strike the food farms. Then I don't pay that. But I have to pay a lot of money there. But at least then, yeah, I'm just going to strike the farms for sure. Even though I can't do this. I can only block 2. But that's good enough. If I block 5 of it, that's a lot of money from him. Okay. So, all right, I'll do public sector overtime. Which means choose an operational public company. The state pays the work, pays the worker, and does the overtime and everything. So I'm going to. I should just buy a ton of influence, actually, because then I can buy from the state from that company. So anyway, if I do this, they would pay me 30. And then I can spend 70 to buy 7 influence. I'm going to do that. Okay, so they pay me 30, but then I pay 70, so I pay 40. I get 3, 6, 7 influence. Look at that. Nice. That is my turn. I have to, of course, get rid of a card. Oh, no, this is public sector overtime, so it's fine. Okay, let's see what the middle class does. Assign workers. You can only assign 1 gray one, which is not possible anywhere, so that doesn't happen unless, no, you get a skilled worker from the supply first. Then it is possible for the public hospital. So they take a doctor, and then this guy, and then boom. Hup, done. That is their assign worker phase. Hup, here. They sell again. So if you sell the 4 markets, sell up to 4 food for 15 earth. So they sell 1 food for 15. 1 food for 15. Then they sell 10 luxury for 70. Just give 100, give back 30. And then they sell 6 education for 35. All right. It's crazy. There's so much money. Oh my goodness. All right. Then my turn. So I can steal more influence, but I also have to put out a bill, right? Okay. So I will put out a bill. I will get rid of... Wait a minute. Now I have two more, right? Because there's one here, so I have two more. So if I demonstrate now, then, oh, it's only 4 plus my, so it would be 6 victory points people would lose. Yeah, 6 points only. It's not a lot. Yeah. Just posting one bill seems like hardly worth it. And just one bill? That is bad. But I can spend 1 influence for an immediate vote. So that would be kind of good. That would be kind of good. Because we're going to effect immediately. And if I raise the salaries, they pay salaries before we do elections. So, okay, that's my strategy. Take 2 from another player, so up, and then spend my healthcare, which is 7. That means I get 6 points plus 2 is 8, so that's 63. And a new worker comes out, it's 24. Then I am done, and then the middle class builds a building. If you build a non-media company, then pay 4 less and then get a storage. Okay, so let's see what they build first. It says here, oh, but they don't have any workers, so it doesn't matter. Oh, no, it says unemployed working class worker available to fill its slots. No, that doesn't happen. No, they can't do that. They're going to vote fiscal policy. Fiscal policy is the top one. They like the middle, so no. Welfare state, they like the middle, so no. Buy goods and services, they will do that instead. Free, they're going to buy education. They need to have 7 education. They only have 6, so they need to buy 1 education from somewhere. It'll be the state. That's the cheapest for 5. So pay 10, get 1 education. So that's 7. That's done. Then because of that, they will get 4 points. It puts them on 44. And they will upgrade one of their unskilled workers. For example, not that it matters, honestly, this one. And they will upgrade it to, I guess, it's a tie, but then healthcare goes first. So a doctor. So later on, if there's a new one out, they can swap it. Okay, that is done. There we go. Capitalists, labor markets. Oh my God, they're voting on what I wanted to vote on. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Okay, they go here. If you propose to build this turn, place your marker on your desired policy, even if it's not next to the current section. You may only call for an immediate vote if you place your marker next to the current. Okay, you may, but they don't, because they don't get support and they're not going to do it. Oh, that's so annoying, because I really wanted to put it here. But then, yeah. Anyway, I need to do a general strike and then place a bill, I guess, but even though if I place a bill, endgame scoring for me is just 1 point. But it's a big difference for yellow, though. And one point for this, but it might actually give me more stuff in general. Like if I get taxation up, they have to pay more, stuff like that. But I really want to do a strike and assign my people. Like, actually, I now have 5 people, right? So 2 spots available. So if I do it now, it's 7. So, but I can only assign 2 points. That's not worth it. Striking is because that would give me 4 tokens, so I can completely dry out this. And the capitalist class gets the most points for food, but that would dry up, and then 3 for each, so I can just whatever produces highest could be stopped. Pay 20 to the capitalist class, gain 5 points. It's like, well, I have many strike tokens. I can just strike to the max to get as much money as possible and stop his production as much as possible. Yeah, I'll just do this. Okay, discarding the affordable housing, and I will put 2 strike tokens down. Oh, but I can only strike where I have workers. Wait, that's only 1, 2, 3, 4 possible ones. So that's basically this one then. Well, I just might as well do it now. I do this, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. At least it'll stop his influence, so that's nice. Okay, I don't have any extra actions that I can do. No. Okay, then it is middle class. It's almost over. Health is sold by the state at half price. This town rounded up. So they buy goods and actually buy health because it's the only one left. So it's 4, and they need 3 more, and it's sold at 3. So they just have to pay 9 to the state. So I'll get back 11. And because of that, they get 5 points plus 2 is 7. So that's 51. And a new worker comes out. All right, capitalists. They sell, they cannot sell. Build, they can build for sure. But what are they going to build? Okay, first of all, workers available to make it happen. So it's a fast food chain. This is the only one. So that's the one that they're going to build, which is actually what I wanted. So this. So 2 of my guys are going there. Here, I mean. It's what I wanted, but the problem is he's going to get food for that and points. But now that I have 4 people there, I can actually get another trade union guy. So that's good. So that's done. They have to pay for it though. And it's $8. That's it. $8. It is correct, right? It's not in the wrong deck. Yeah, it is correct, yeah. $8. Wow. That's a really good card. Okay, so I have to pay $8. So, done. That's it. Then it's me, so it's my last action. So, I cannot get this one anymore. I should have bought education earlier. But even then, I have to... Yeah, it's not possible. Never mind. So I will propose a bill, I guess. So I get rid of affordable housing, and yeah, but there's no bill that gives me a huge benefit though. Taxation that would put taxes up to 4, which would be a lot for him, because 3, 7, 11 is 44 he has to pay instead of 11. Could make a difference. Or I can strike this one too, because I can just strike on 2 companies, so put it here and somewhere else. You know what? Oh, wait. It's going to react to the strike first. So, where is it? React to the strike. Response to strike. If it has a gear or is the only one. So this is a gear. So draw 2 for this one. Yeah, has one already. So they pay. Next one. No gear, but is the only one. So 2. Yep, done. They pay. This one, it is not the only one, so they just draw 1. Nope. Strike stays. This one, it is the only one, so 2. Yep, they pay for it. All right, so then it's my turn. Well, I'll leave this here because is there also a strike card for, well, I guess the middle class, they can't raise the wages or something? I don't know. Doesn't matter, I can't even strike here. So, I can buy even more influence, or I think I should just buy education to get myself another 7 points. I think that's a good idea. 7 points is 7 points. At the end of the game, I get 1 point for every remaining 10 Vardis, okay? And then also how many policies. But now I have all this, but I'm not using it. Winning it is also 3 points. But increasing this doesn't specifically help me at all. That's the problem. Only this would have helped me. You know what? Screw it. I want to win at least one election. I'm going to put my marker here in taxation. All right. Let's see what happens. Wrong deck. Okay. Buy goods and services. They can. A public healthcare company with your worker does the production first. They do it. So it's 4 health produced. And they get the 20 up. And then they buy whatever's cheapest, which will be education. They go for that first. And they have to get 8, which they do. So they spend 8, which will give them 5 points. 56. And they also improve this worker. Well, normally they would have swapped this worker out already, honestly. But then let's just say they'll do this guy and turn it into a purple one. Because they already have this for that. Okay, done. Wait, they didn't pay though. It's 8 times 5, so it's 40. Did it? No, it didn't pay, right? Okay. Then last turn, they're gonna sell. They can't sell. They're gonna build. They can build. Can they? Yes, they can. They're gonna build a automated dairy farm for 45. Which is really annoying because I was trying to stop them from getting that. Getting food, and now they're gonna have a ton of food. All right, done. Done. So now we do a final scoring phase and everything, and then that's it. So production phase. This state produces 4 10 health. There we go. Even though that doesn't really matter anymore, if you ask me, because no one's going to buy this anyway, but whatever. So it is 6, 10 education. So that's 10, so it's supposed to be 16, it's allowed. And then here for the influence, it's 4, 7 influence. Two, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, it's allowed, I think. It's 13. 10, 13, yeah, okay. And then pay wages. So these guys stand up. So for them, it's going to be 20, 40, 70. 70. For me, it's going to be 30, 60, 80, 80. All right, cool. Then the capitalists, oh, they're going to do some stuff. All right, so this goes away. Well, I'll do that when I actually pay. So let's start with blue. So this is going to be 11, 15, 20, 26. 26. So first 12. So that's 14 left. 12. That's 2 left. There we go. Then they're going to produce education. So that's 6 and nothing here, which means I get 1 influence. And it goes away. So 6 education. Food. That's 3, 6, 8, and this produces as well 5. So 13 food. So 3, 6, 9, 12. $13. And because this was here, this goes away. And I'll get my money later. Clinic produces, so that's 8. No, just 6, sorry. Just 6, there's no gear. 6. And then this one also produces, and they get 3 influence. And that's everything. Yeah. So then payment. For me, it is 25, 55, 75, 105. Wait, some of these didn't produce. Shit. Oh crap, which one didn't produce? I got 1 influence for this one. Yeah, that's true. Only 1 didn't produce. Okay, never mind. So it is 20, 40, 7. Oh, wait. This was higher. This was 30. 60, 90. So 90. And then 105. And here it is 20, 35, 35, 65, 85. It's 90, 5. Done. Okay, here then. Okay, first I'm going to pay myself. Otherwise I'm going to forget. So it's 8, 16, just 16. So 4. And then they're going to produce. So it's 2, 6 education, 4 healthcare, 3 influence, 3 influence, and 2 luxury, and 3 food. Okay, that is their production, and they paid already. Then it's me. I just produce 2 influence. There's no influence left. Well, I'll just see it from here. But I don't think it'll make any impact anyway, those 2 extra or not. But I guess we'll see. Okay, so that was production. That's done. Cover needs. Okay, so first of all, they need to have 8 food. They spend their 3. They need to buy 5. So obviously this is the best bet. So that's 60. So they pay 60. There we go. I have to buy everything there. Well, almost everything. It's 7, so 70. Although I guess I don't have to. I can just buy everything from there, but that is 20. That's 8 more expensive than here, which is crazy. Oh, that means this was higher as well. I forgot. If it's 6A, food is higher as well. So they don't pay 60. They actually pay 75. It's 15 more. And I do 8 times 50, that's 80. 8 times 5 is 40. So 120. Wow, okay. 120 or 160. Well, 120 then, I guess. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know why I did taxes, because taxes happens now, right? So it has no effect on what it's paying. I should have done that immediately. Ah, stupid. Stupid. Anyway, doesn't matter now. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue. So I bought the food. Food is gone. So they bought 5 of here, from here. And I needed 8, and they had 5, 11 to begin with. So yeah, there's 6 left. So then this 7, actually it's 7. I can't even buy everything from them. So it was 7 times 15, so it's 135. So not what I paid. I paid 120, right? Yeah, so it's not 120. 105. And then I need to pay 20 over there to get the extra food. Okay, now it's done. Pay taxes. So I think they missed out on some money, but I think they're going to win anyway, so I don't think it matters all that much. Pay taxes. So they only pay 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's 4, 8, 12. So they pay 12. It's hardly worth mentioning. And then it is 3C times 2. Oh, no, it's just revenue. Okay, 100, 50, 250, 290, 300, 310, 315, 320, 321. That's 60 that they have to pay. Oh no, not 60. 60. All right. So then it is them. That's 6 basically, yeah. So they get 14 back. And then 3C times 2B, so 4 times their workers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 4. So that's 28. 28. Oh, not enough. Here. $28. So 26, 7, 8. Okay, my turn then. 3C times 2B is 4 times my population is 8, so that's 32. $22. 12. what am I saying? 8 times 4 is 32. So I get 18 back. Whew, I've been playing very long. All right, so 18. Done. That's the taxes, then elections, but they're kind of useless, honestly. So we fill the bag. I get 4 cubes. Yellow gets 4 cubes. So middle class gets 4 cubes. And they get, for a 12, 6 cubes. And then first we're going to do, I just put it here for once, like this. 2. Oh, wow. So basically we're opposite, right? So 3, 2. So they are winning. Spending influence by winning. Other side has more influence needed to win. Say draw X, where X is the difference plus 1. So basically, draw X, where X is a difference. The difference is 1 plus 1. So he's going to potentially spend 2. I honestly don't care about that. We are just going to spend 3 amongst us. So whatever he does, it's irrelevant. So we win anyway. But let's see if he spends any. Nope. 1. So this all goes away because now it'll be 4 against 5. So we win. So this goes away. The 3 blue ones go back in the bag though. And then it's my turn to try to win. And I have support from the middle class because I just gave them a ton more points. Actually, I have no idea why I'm even doing that. Just for 3 points. It's a really, really stupid move. But anyway, here we go. Yeah, of course now I'm going to win. Okay, 3, 2. So basically, they always spend all their influence, they said, right? So actually, this last time he should have spent all his influence. So if he spent all his influence, we would have spent both 2 as well. So we would have still won, all right? And now spend all his influence again. So he's not spending anything. We are spending everything, so we win. And so I get 3 points. So that's 66. They get 1. And then that's it. These go away. They go back in the bag, but it's irrelevant. I should not have done that because you're going to get a massive amount of points now. And it's very stupid because I didn't realize that it was a full row. Anyway, now it is the scoring phase, both endgame scoring and right now. So working class, scoring phase, I get 4 points for my trade unions, so that's 70. I better put my board down a bit so we have room for the points. Then game end, 1 point for every 10 I have, so that's 20, 30, 40, 50. So I get another 5 points, so that's 75. And then there's no policy, so no points for that. Middle class. Scoring phase, so that doesn't really matter here. It's higher anyway, so it doesn't matter. Gain points based on your remaining resources. 1 for every 3, so that's nothing. Healthcare, 1 for every 3, that's 1 point. 1 for every 3, that's 2 points. And then the policies, that's 5, so that's 15. So that's 75. Wow, we tie. And then we have the the capitalist class. Remaining resources, so that's 12, 24, 26 divided by 3, so that's 8 points, so that's 68. Then 1 for every health. They have 1 for every 3, so that's another 2 points. Then 1 for every education, that's another 2 points. And the food does nothing. Policies is nothing. But also, of course, the scoring phase is the whole revenue thing here, which is massive. Oh, I mean, they have definitely won. But let's see first. Let's group everything together. Let's do it by hundreds. Okay, so this is 40, 60, 80, 100, 100, 100, 100, 20, 30, 40, 60, 70, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. So 120, 300, 490. 490. So it is 3, 6, 9, 12, 26 points. So 98. So, wow. That is pretty crazy. Yeah. Yeah. I think the fact that so many of these blue ones came out was ludicrous because they got so many points every time. Yeah. So anyway, I'm quite tired after this. It was pretty long. It's a lot of fun. I really like this game. It's really enjoyable. I am planning on playing another solo with the advanced Automa. I think I made a mistake here and there a little bit. I think I caught some of them. Hope there weren't any really bad ones. Yeah, but a lot of fun. I wonder what happens if there's a tie, because we tied for last place. But what if you tie for first place? Let's see. Oh, but wait. I think they get points for their money too. Don't they get points for their money, the middle class? They don't. Okay, never mind. Oh, yeah, 1 for every 15, so there's no tie. So 20, 40, 45. So 3 points. There you go. So I'm lost, basically. Just like in real life. I mean, working class related, I guess. But I still want to see what if there's a tie. So it depends. The tiebreaker is the policies. If there's still a tie and the state is there, the state wins. If not, the person with the most voting cubes is winner. If there's still a tie, it's a share victory. Okay. Okay. Like if they didn't score this the last round, at least it would have been, more competitive. Really good, but yeah, really quite difficult. I think, yeah, but it should have been more aggressive with the with this. I don't know. The capitalists, once they have their money engine going, it's really difficult to stop them. Especially because the Automa sells as much as it can. It's not like it just sells 2 things and it's done with. It sells as much as it can. Just to prove it, when selling to the foreign market, the CCA will sell the most it can of each resource. So while in the regular rules, selling to the foreign is also the same thing actually. Yeah. That's also the same thing, to be honest. Yep. Wow. Okay, cool. I don't see immediately how I could have won. I like the strikes, but the strikes didn't work in the last round. It got me more money, but I wanted to stop production more than money. Honestly, because the food also gives them so much money. Especially if I don't, It's either the fact, there's a combination of them rising this up to the max and then always forcing everybody to buy food. I was crazy. Okay, but I'm not going to play now again. It's late. I'm going to pack up. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Joachim. This was So Many Games for the Time, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.